No harm has come to the cable. Now you're both bartenders.
The arsonist had oddly shaped feet.
What?
It's from Anchorman. There we are. We're on TV.
We're famous.
We're on the YouTube.
How's my hair?
Is Andy Wilson your one that's up now, or Andrew
What do you mean?
on your Facebook?
Andy.
Oh, yeah. We got to talk about that, too, because I got to get out. I have to give a warning to everybody.
If I come hitting you up for money on Facebook,
You know how many people have messaged me, be like, hey, is this you asking people for money? So
yeah, because it happened to me, and it was just like out of the blue. It was like, hey, man, can I borrow some money till I get paid? And I was like, this isn't fucking Andy. I was like, well, how much you need, man? He's like, oh, like maybe $200-300 or so. I was like, how about 3,000? He's like, what? Oh, well, no, that's too much. I'm like, oh, and it's just like, what the? Like, you're an honest thief, I guess.
yeah, well, yeah, he's only going to get. I don't even know if it's a he or a she.
It's a she.
it's
I've
a girl?
investigated. Yes.
It's Linda.
But they're using...
She's impersonating you.
Yeah, no, it's. I've got actually a message from my supervisor about another supervisor that I was friends with on my old page or whatever. It was like you want to maybe bring this to Andy's attention, and it was me, my old account, asking her for like $300 to get me through, and I was like, no, she needs to delete that because I got hacked, and by the time I woke up, because it was in the middle of the night, by the time I woke up, they had already changed my email address and my phone number.
Shit.
So it was fully theirs. I couldn't access it if I wanted to. I've reported it to Facebook multiple times saying they're trying to pretend Facebook doesn't care.
No.
Yeah.
They don't give
like,
a
how
shit.
do we know you're not? Not a fake.
Right.
So I had to make a totally new Facebook, which sucks because I don't have any of the memories that I had. And I mean, I've had that since 2009 or 2010, something like that.
Right.
So all my memories are and it was funny because actually this past week they had messaged her because she was still friends on the old account, and they had messaged her for the money. So I was like, I got this. So I responded, being what all did I say?
You said you're a fucking piece of shit.
I hope you get ball cancer and your check engine light comes on.
Got him.
And they never responded.
They
after
never
that. No, not at all.
No, the next day, though, I got asked by Facebook if I know this person and I wanted to report them. And I said, yes, motherfuckers.
Yeah.
They've been reported multiple times at my old account or whatever. So
Darn thugs.
And they still have it up and running?
Yes.
What
yeah,
the fuck?
they keep messaging. Like Facebook doesn't give a shit. And
No.
whatever. But yeah, everybody, at least once every 2 weeks, I get a message from somebody else being like, "Is this you?" And I'm like, "No."
So Andy's basically like, help me, I'm poor.
I don't need money.
For medical bills,
Yeah.
or whatever it is. But yeah, no, they don't care. So
Well, that's kind of shitty, but
Oh, shit.
whatever.
can't do anything about it. I
Exactly.
can't even like right after that morning when I woke up and I started trying to like research how to get my account back and stuff like that.
Nothing.
We're froze on the left computer. I don't know if that means anything.
I paused it
Okay.
because I didn't want the audio coming through on accident. So,
I got you.
all right. Well, let's get started, I guess.
Let's do this.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Tales from the Fort.
Oh, yeah. You stole my thunder.
I am Jared,
And I am Jared.
and we are back with another fantastic duderific episode.
Duderific.
The title is called "The Dude Is Back." So we are here with Andy and Linda. I don't know if anyone knows Andy, but he is my old former co-host from Tuesday Dudesday, and I've known him for a while. And Linda is his wife. And shut up, Murray. I'm trying to record. And we have finally got Andy on the show.
Andy's on.
Finally.
Yeah.
He's on.
Yeah.
I just got that text message like, oh my God. I was like, he's in. Let's do this.
I mean, I've been watching, I've been listening and everything. I wanted to kind of let you guys, I kind of checked out. Just wanted to see what you guys were doing and everything, and then watching. I don't know, who did you guys have on? Was it last week?
Last week was GT, professional disc golfer.
I don't know what it was, but I was just like, you know what? I think I'm ready to come back on for an episode, see what's going on. It is. And it's
God help you.
It's gotten a lot more extravagant.
Yeah.
Than what we were doing. So.
Oh, I know. We were literally doing it through Zoom, and it was just me and him sitting there. It's usually him sitting there just smoking a cigarette, like not even looking at the camera, because he would do it from his phone. And I got him like, I think it was an iRig or something. Yeah. So he would have a microphone. I bought him a microphone stand so he can actually hold everything up. Because that was the thing, is he had his microphone, but then his phone he would just slide down and stuff. I was like, get something to hold it, damn it.
I think I only saw one of your guys' episodes, but I listened to the rest. But I do remember seeing that a lot of, Andy staring off into space, like, what's he fucking looking at? Well,
He's just in the zone, man.
He had to poop.
And he'd usually say, he's like, all right, I got to take a shit. We got to end this. Like, all right.
Well, we would talk for like hours, for a couple hours or whatever. So of course I was drinking. So I'd be like, hey, just go ahead and I'm going to go pee real quick. I'll be right back.
Right.
Not
Because back then we weren't live, so we could pause. And then be like, hey, and we're back. All right. We peed and everything.
Yeah, you would do spots for Ties to the Past or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
You could do different things while I went and pissed, or I needed to go smoke a cigarette if I wasn't out in the garage at the time or whatever. But yeah, it's you definitely.
It's a little more presentable.
It is definitely, yeah.
At the old house, I redid that studio, and we had green screen going, and it was pretty cool for a while, but it was just like, we didn't use it a lot, and it was so fun, because you had to have the lighting. If it wasn't all lit the exact same, you would get like the fuzziness in it and stuff, and it was such a pain in the ass, and I was just like, ugh. So here I was like, we're just doing black. I was like, I don't want to do green screen no more. I was like, I've still got this stuff, but if I never need to bust it out, but here we are.
Yeah. We've toyed with at least bringing like the green screen back in like a small area.
Because I've thought about doing it like on a rolling cart, or get something to where I can just do it to where we can push it behind us and then like have it or something. But
especially for guests like GT, we could like show us videos of him throwing.
That'd be that would be cool.
That was originally what I wanted to do, is do a TV right here, because I have a little 32-inch. Do what we're watching on there so we can watch it, but then it's playing behind us on the video, and then it look cool. But maybe one day.
I still remember the first episode.
Oh my God,
that we did.
That was. We didn't have an intro or anything, and the first episode, the pilot episode, was literally he had just got the microphone in and he was testing it out, and I just recorded, and we just chit chatted for like 30-40 minutes or something.
Right.
And I was like, we got a podcast, man. Like, hell yeah.
We're doing it.
My wife would be sitting in the living room, because I would usually do it, whether it would be either in the garage or I would do it in the office in the front of the house, and she'd be sitting in the other room watching TV or whatever, and I'd be like, Ma! Meatloaf! I'd be like, keep it down in there.
I'm trying to have a podcast.
Shut up, Meg. Take everything.
She was very tolerable of it.
Tolerant.
Tolerant. She is the vocabulary Nazi.
That's not funny. Okay.
Nazis are never funny.
Oh, hey, Will.
Got all the sound.
Oh, dude, I got it all. I got that.
Did you have? You didn't have this one because you.
I had
like
gotten it towards the end.
Yeah.
But my sound effects never would come through properly, just the way we would do Zoom and stuff. So it sucked. But yeah, I've got like all this. I got commercials. Hey everybody, it's your favorite fantastic super movie star Arnold Schwarzenegger here to talk to you about a new extraordinary product. Arnold's Salad Chopper. So next time you're preparing dinner and you're here, hey Arnold, would you mind making the salad? Uh-oh, better get to the chopper.
I'll take 3. Yeah, I will take 3.
Arnold salad
The chopper.
That is so awesome.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. I just get bored in here and do stuff. I did like a rap song. I did all just depending on the guest coming on and everything. So
Yeah.
it's just been fun. I haven't been I've gone back and listened to some of our first episodes, and I listened to GT's the other day. He was like episode 15. I was just like, Jesus, just the flow since then is like insane. So I'm hot in here now. So
No, it's
cold.
comfortable.
Okay.
That's-
Yeah,
Getting a little warm.
Take
Yeah,
my shirt
go
off.
ahead.
It's titty time.
We're all friends here. Yeah, just take it off.
So did you take down Tuesday Dudesday or did Spotify?
I did because I had to I started another podcast that's a Seinfeld theme one, and Spotify, like every other platform, you can only upload like 3 hours a month or something. And I was just like, I don't want to limit it. And Spotify, you can upload whatever, or Anchor or whatever it is now, Spotify for podcasters, you can upload like whatever. So but you can only have one podcast per email and only have 2 emails. So I was like, shit. And I was like, okay, I'll pull this down. I was like, I looked, because I every once in a while I'd look at the stats and stuff. I was like, no one's really listening anymore. I've still got all the episodes on an external hard drive.
My son was very upset.
Oh, was he?
Yes.
Well, I can give him, if he give me a hard drive, I can just dump them all in there.
No. He was actually the one that brought it to my attention. He's like, hey, it's not on Spotify anymore. And I was
Yeah.
like, okay.
I didn't even think anyone listened anymore. I was like, we don't promote it. It's been like, 2 years or something? So I was like,
he was just kind of looking at it like it was a kind of a time capsule
Yeah.
of things that were going on at that time. So he would always go back and listen.
they're
to it
still
from
on
time to
YouTube.
time.
Not all of them, but I know all the ending ones. When we started doing it on YouTube, I uploaded them on there. So there's actually video. I need to go back and watch those because
There you
there's
go,
no
Nick.
telling what's on there.
There you go, Nicholas.
Yeah.
Nicholas,
look
now
on
go to
YouTube.
bed, damn it.
Do you know the size of my son? How big he is?
You know
He is 6'4",
what the fuck?
6'5".
6'5", and 270 pounds.
Jesus,
How old is he?
15.
Holy hell.
Yeah.
what the fuck happened? Did he get ooze or something? A Ninja Turtle?
No, he's ginormous. He's a gentle giant. Let's put it that way. But no, he's playing for South Lake Carroll.
Damn.
So yeah,
That's awesome.
And
He's
that was
huge.
last
He's a
year.
monster.
Oh,
he's
that
a
was last
monster,
year.
but
That was last
he's
year.
still got the
Okay.
baby face. So
Yeah.
you still look at him and you're like, oh yeah, this was last year.
Holy shit! It's just like him, but it's like you just zoomed in on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like you were like
You
that.
just need to make him bigger.
That's not a jersey. That's a billboard.
We had to paint that on him. There's none big enough. Oh my god!
No, but he loved listening to Tuesday Dudesday. I was like, hey, there's a lot of things on there you don't need to listen to.
Yeah,
Your dad used to drink a lot during that, so let's not listen to it.
we used to party a lot.
We did.
Some of those are the best episodes.
Oh yeah, there's a few episodes.
The Andy rants, that was
Oh
the
my
best.
gosh, I don't think I have any of those sound effects on this board anymore.
Oh,
But
you broke my heart.
I've got them on my computer somewhere. It's just because it's hard because I've got like
thought you did
1,
have-
2, 3, 4.
I thought you had a couple of them on there
6,
still.
7. I've got like 7 pages of sound effects, and it's hard to like zig back through and everything.
Hey,
so.
you're on to new things, and it's great that
I
you
moved
guys
on,
are-
Andy. I'm sorry.
That's fine. I 100%, and I was okay with it. I was,
I'm sure my neighbors thought I had something wrong with me because I'd always listen to you guys when I was mowing and doing yard work because it'd always take me about an hour and a half to do yard work. And I'd plug you guys in and listen to you. And there'd be times where I'd have to stop mowing because I was just cracking up laughing at either your rant or some stupid shit he said. I'm just like, and you're trying to get him back on topic like I try to do now. And
But you do it like just like okay, and then he's like, "What the fuck are you talking about?"
Exactly.
And he would just go off on
we
him like,
have two.
"What?"
He just calls you out. I was like, will you shut the fuck up and get back on topic? And I'm just like, okay, well, we're also going to talk about this again. And
well, my favorite, the one that sticks out the most of our episodes is the how did you lose your virginity?
Oh god.
And he was
Yeah,
he was talking about the trailer with his cousin sitting in the room. And I, to this day, I don't know why I didn't, like, I made a huge deal out of it, but
Right.
why didn't I make a bigger deal out of it?
Yes.
Like, if there was ever a white trash company out there that was looking for an advocate or a sponsor, it would be Jared at that time.
Like Joe Dirt.
All right, well, let's see your work. And it's like,
Have you ever lost
Let me be
your
honest.
virginity in a single wide trailer with your cousin
your
sitting?
listening to Kid Rock? No.
Jim Beam.
Yeah.
It was 504 Boys.
Oh, but that was probably by far. And then the episode that never made the air.
That was such a
that
funny
was on-
episode.
that was on the back patio of our house.
Yes.
And you were talking about certain things.
Bill Cosby and all
And
that.
then
Yes.
children being involved
Yes.
and how
Oh,
close we
yeah.
were to the playground.
Yes.
And then
I don't remember, but
you were out of your mind at
I
that
think
time.
I'd just moved back or something. I think it was right around the time I just moved back to Fort Worth. And I just went over to his house and I stayed there that night and we just set up on the back porch. But the echo was so bad. There was like certain parts because we were listening to it afterwards. We're all drunk out there, just like, you can't. What the fuck? What did you say? And then
We were
I
literally
just like,
sitting there being like, you can't say this on air. And that means a lot coming out of my mouth. Like, you can't say this on air.
Right.
On air. And luckily enough, we went back and listened to the audio and it was so broken that he was like, all right, we're going to have to redo it. But, you know, if you thought that, you know, the FBI was listening, because you remember
yeah,
that
we
one?
had a spike in like almost 200 listens in 1 week, and
In
it was all from
Virginia.
like Virginia,
Yeah.
Arlington,
where
Virginia. I
the
was like,
FBI headquarters was when
Yeah.
I was going on my rants about Biden and all this whatever.
Yeah.
He was like, "Oh, we had a spike in listeners," and I was like, "Oh, from where?" He's like, "Oh, Pennsylvania." And so she looked it up. She was like, "Oh, that's where the FBI headquarters are." And like,
yeah.
"Yay, we made it!"
That's how you know you made it, kids.
If I don't have
Those
a guy-
keywords: Biden, Clinton. Yeah.
Oh,
If
for
I don't
some
have
reason.
somebody knocking on the door in a suit, I
Yeah.
don't feel that I've made it.
Yeah.
So, we did.
We did. We had because our funniest episodes were the ones where we were in person because we only had I think 3 or 4 of those, and those were the funniest ones by far. But
Right.
because the first one we had the joke off. Remember that? I was like, let's do a joke off at the end of the show, and then I was like, get a list of jokes, and then I did, and he did, and his were like dad jokes and
Dad
stuff.
jokes.
And he's
Absolutely.
like, why do elevator jokes work so bad? Or they're on so many levels, and I was just like, okay. I was like, what do you call an orphan taking a selfie? A family photo. And then he's just like, like mine were all dirty ones and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
I do have a new one. You want to hear it?
Yes,
yes.
I would love to.
Please.
Okay. What do you call a vegetarian with diarrhea?
What?
A salad shooter.
Wow.
Wow.
Hey, everybody.
The salad shooter.
Salad shitter.
Get to the shooter.
That's a funny joke.
It was all right.
That wasn't that good.
It was all right.
No. I won't tell that one.
With the internet,
Sure you do.
you should be able to find something more funny.
I found a bunch. What do you call getting gonorrhea from a handicapped person?
Do I want to know?
Slow clap. Heyo.
Do.
All right. Well,
And that's the show.
and we're canceled. What do you call a lesbian with braces?
Oh, I think you said this one.
I did.
Yeah, I remember this one.
A box cutter.
Yeah.
If she has hair.
True.
No.
Tug of war.
I'm stuck.
Yeah. Get the scissors. Get the scissors, damn it.
Sarah, I told you not to use your teeth.
Told you put your brace covers on. All right.
Dental dam.
Yeah.
Well, I told you about my song that I was going to sell to Chobani, right?
Your song?
Oh, God.
No.
Oh, she knows.
What?
What's
I
this?
can tell it's good by her reaction.
It's great. It's actually, I was going to present it to him and see how much money I could make off it, but it's like, I'm in love with Chobani.
I'm in love with
Chobani. Last night I ate you in my room, and now my bed sheets smell like you.
I mean, it is pretty good.
Chobani. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I'd buy Chobani just
With
because of
all
that.
with all the commercials that are coming out for Instacart and Kroger, with all like the songs that we used to listen to back in the day, like Nelly and
R.I.P. Nelly.
He's not dead.
I know,
his career is.
but it's
Oh. Did his Band-Aid finally not heal? It fell off. Yeah. He's like, oh, I'm dead. I'm going down, baby. 6 feet underground.
But like, yeah. So I mean, I could picture that being a song based off of recent commercials that because we'll still watch basic cable.
Yeah.
Because I don't think they have
What is-
snapped
what
on.
is basic cable?
Well, just like what we have. It's not like
It's
streaming.
not like the movie channels. It's just like your basic
You
cable.
just got the regular. Just got the. You still didn't explain basic cable.
You get it.
What is that?
Basic cable. It's
You
just the basic stuff.
Yeah, you just
that-
get like.
All right,
five
moving on.
channels.
basic bitches watch basic cable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like they don't have Snapped on a streaming, as far as I know.
Oh, well, they
Does
probably do.
does your wife watch Snapped
No.
Is that the one where the wives kill the husbands?
Yes,
every time?
absolutely.
And then
Does the husband ever kill the wife?
No,
Why not?
it's
The
about women
Oh.
killing the men.
What's it on? Is it on like Netflix?
Oxygen.
What's like the worst one you heard?
What do you mean?
What's the worst one you heard? What do you mean? What I mean?
What
The worst story unsnapped.
For one, you watch it, you don't hear about it.
Well, I
So-
understand, but like you watch it and you've seen the episode. What's the worst one? Like,
No, the premise of the whole fucking series is the woman kills the husband. And that's the biggest thing that we have is like she wants to sit there and watch it. And it's always, based on insurance or cheating or whatever. Like you could wrap it up in 5 minutes, but
Yeah.
they do an hour-long episode and she sits there and she wants to watch it because it's like, oh, God, like, why did she kill him?
I'm
It's like,
just
oh, money.
interested in the ways that they go about doing it because,
Preparing.
yeah.
Oh.
she's got a knit list. Don't do that. Okay. That'll
What
get me
went
caught.
wrong? Exactly.
Don't talk about it on the
DNA.
podcast. All right.
Forensic science. Okay. No forensics.
But she loves the show Snapped, and she loves what is it, Murder for the Holidays or something like that instead of Home for the what was the show?
Murder for the holidays.
No, I like the other one, the Cold Justice.
Cold Justice, where they reopen.
They're in
That's
Alaska.
Yeah,
They have
Everybody's-
jackets. Yeah.
everybody's
Everyone's
Antarctica.
just tonight we go on a journey of a young woman's lust for another man.
All he wants to do is watch Ice Road Truckers. I mean, that's a stupid show.
it's pretty
Pretty
cool.
cool. Yeah.
It's kind of a cool show.
We used to watch Ice. We haven't watched Ice Road Truckers in a while, but we watched that a lot back in the day.
And that's what the only time I watch that is when I'm eating. Like we have eating shows. Like we don't eat together.
Oh.
I eat mine because I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So I eat mine, and I'm in bed before her, and she has
Right.
90210. And then I have
The old
Ice-
one, or is there a new one?
The old one.
The Omen. Nice.
the original. Why would you even ask
Spoilers.
that? Don't.
I don't know if they have been reinventing all
They
these
did.
shows.
They-
yeah.
They
And-
did redo
and the other
it,
one.
but
I didn't know if it was still
They
out.
redid 90210.
I'm not married,
and what was the
Andy.
other
I don't
one?
have culture. I don't have someone to lay next to every night. And
This is where the show's going. This is where the show's
Well, I'm
going.
sorry.
I'm alone.
You win the Oscar for
Yeah.
best
Yes.
performance.
Yeah.
What is this,
you.
by the way? What is?
That's our Rudy. I think we named him. It was just Fort Worth Roots is a podcast.
Oh yeah. I've seen.
and
Okay.
they did like an awards thing, and they give all the podcasts like awards.
I
so-
thought you were doing the thing like The Office, where he just tries to grab it. And falls.
No, we were actually on his show. I listened to that episode
Yeah.
a couple nights ago. I was like, oh my God. It was a fucking great show.
Just
was
to
crazy.
clarify, this is not made of gold, though.
Right.
No,
Thanks.
it
Is
is
he giving himself a
plastic.
titty twister? No. Okay.
I think so.
He's cold. He's just holding his
Yeah.
nipples.
Good for him.
It's cold in here.
Got a toilet seat. trying to break it apart. Man, that he
Do you
is.
not have any shows that you watch while you're eating? Like go-to shows?
Not like while I'm eating. Majority of the time, I just put on shows that I've seen like 1,000 times, like, you know, Friends, Big Bang Theory, stuff like that, that'll just stream through because if I go to work,
If you go to work?
If
Do you have a job?
yes.
All right.
But
You are a productive member of society, correct?
yes, correct. I
Remember
leave
when
a
you worked?
I leave a show
were a
on for
jobless
Murray. I was never a jobless bum.
Yes, you were.
No, I had no job for like 2 weeks.
Oh, stop
And then I started working up at the antique mall.
Was it 2 weeks?
Just
Yes.
stop it.
I think it was more than that.
I've lived my my fucking life. Whoops. Everything falls over.
we're
I
causing
helped.
issues over here.
I helped.
We're
as
causing
well.
an
issues.
argument the whole
He's
Yeah.
spilling the chilada.
We don't even stop arguing. Like, no, I lived my fucking life, Andy.
The whole bright side of the room is on fire. Fuck you.
Yeah,
Would y'all keep it down? I'm going to cut their mics. Y'all are really distracting us. But yeah.
So do you
when
have shows? Yeah.
I watch, I did start watching Louder Milk on Netflix.
Louder.
It's got Ron Livingston, who's the main character from Office Space.
Yes, I
It's a
love him.
fucking hilarious show. He's like a recovering kind of alcoholic or whatever, and he leads like a support group and stuff, and it's like all about the people. And it's a really funny show.
She's a quitter.
I guess.
Louder Milk.
Louder Milk.
Why? Why the name?
That's his last name in the show.
Milk?
Louder Milk.
Louder Milk.
Oh.
Oh, that's
So why milk?
Louder Milk.
I say it again.
That's his last name. It's one
Say it louder.
word.
Say it louder.
Milk.
Oh,
Milk.
Louder Milk.
Milk. Milk. Yeah, it's pretty funny. He's always a smart ass, and he's always mouthing off to people. It's fucking hilarious. You'd probably like it. So
yeah.
What?
So
Wait,
it's
wait,
like,
hold on.
Is
Was
it
that-
like his character in Office Space, or
no, it's a lot more raunchy kind of stuff, and he just. I'm trying to think of an example, but I can't remember. Just watch it.
So you know the comedian John Mulaney?
Yes.
Yeah.
Have you seen his
love-
recent?
Jonathan
His
Mulaney.
recent stand
His rehab one or whatever.
Yeah, the rehab
Yes.
one. How cool was that? Like he just came out and was like,
Oh, yeah,
I was
he-
addicted to cocaine and all this other stuff. And
Yeah.
you
they had
fucking
it-
people ruined my life?
the intervention and stuff like that. Like because we listen when we go on road trips, we'd always listen to stand-up comedian,
Okay.
stand-up comedy. So Tom Segura, John Mulaney. Who's another one that we?
Do you listen to Nate Bargatze?
Yes.
Nate.
Yes.
Love him.
He's my favorite comedian.
Yes.
I fucking
His
love him.
delivery.
He is
Yes.
so
just-
funny.
So
He's
like
just
yeah.
so, like
it's just
a stupid Tennessean. And
Yeah.
I know, and he talks about like going to the airport, and his passport says Nathan, but his license says Nathaniel, and the guy's like looking, he's like, "This is not good." And he's like, "Why?" He's like, "These are two different names." He's like, "Yeah, but you can see the leap that they took to get there." He's like, "And I'm not going to tell him at this point that I go by Nate because that's just going to blow his mind." He's like, "Can you just shoot him from over there?"
I love Nate.
Yeah.
no.
He's hilarious.
Nate's one of my favorite ones.
Did you know his tickets are like $400?
Holy
I mean, he's
shit.
worth it, but I mean, I don't know worth it,
Is
but
he?
He came to Dickies not too long
know
ago.
if he's-
$400.
How much did we
like
pay
straight
for-
from the teat or like through resellers.
No, straight from Dickies. We went to Dave
Leak.
Chappelle
Yeah,
last year for his birthday.
how was that?
It was great. $265 a ticket.
Well, hold on.
Nate?
It was
We went to Kevin Hart a few years ago, and I think those tickets were a couple $100 a piece or something like that.
it was great, but we got tickets and we were at the very top of Dickies, which if you've ever been to Dickies, it's a smaller
Yeah.
venue. It's not that big of a deal.
No.
But we got there at what, like 6:30? Because the show started at like 7. And Dave Chappelle didn't come on till like 10 o'clock.
Oh God.
So we were already like 30 beers in.
there
Yeah.
man.
So I can't sit there and tell you that I remember a lot.
Right.
But I do remember he had brought up something, a topic, whether it be like child support or something like
It
that.
was child support.
Was it child support?
Yes.
And I was sitting up there and he said something and I was like, yeah! And I was the only one.
Oh.
And he goes, That guy gets it. I was like, I'm a part of the show. I'm a part of the show. We're best friends, Dave. I remember.
I'll see you at the show, Dave.
Chappelle show and all this other stuff. But yeah, she got the tickets for my birthday, and it was great. I got a T-shirt and everything. It was great to see him live in action, and I can remember certain parts. But I mean, hell, he had like 2 or 3.
There was like 8 things that came out before he ever came out.
They had a DJ come out. I'm like, I'm not here for the DJ.
Yeah.
They had like
I didn't come to dance. I came to laugh.
Literally, when the DJ came out, I was like, this has got to be him. It looks like him. He's just in dreadlocks.
Yeah, like he's gonna do like rip it off. I'm like, all right, who's ready to laugh?
Yeah,
Right.
But no.
What
Oh my
the
God,
fuck?
we were just sitting there like, I can't stand this.
No, we weren't sitting there. We were like, oh God, I'm going to go get some more beer.
I'm too old for this.
Let me play you this real quick.
What can I get you?
Yep.
I'd like a
I've seen
large
this.
coffee.
Okay, so hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
Okay, room for cream.
Cream.
Totally leave room for cream.
Why are you talking like that?
Why are you talking like that?
Because this is my voice?
This is my voice.
No, it's not. I heard you talking a minute ago. I know you don't talk like that.
Neither do you, because nobody actually talks like this. You choose to talk like this, and today I chose to talk like this. Pretty fucking annoying, isn't it?
Why are you so rude, man?
Just stop doing that.
I can't help it. This is my voice.
No, it's not. It's an affectation that annoying teenagers and rich people use to sound like they don't give a shit. Except you work in a coffee shop, so I know you're not rich, and you don't look like a teenager. Unless you're Eunice Kennedy Shriver, knock it off.
So just because I talk like this means I don't give a shit? And what exactly am I supposed to not give a shit about?
That's an excellent question to ask yourself in your actual voice.
Excuse me. Some of us would like to order.
Fucking
You're a total dick, man.
There you go. Good. You're talking.
He's always just bitching at people like that. It's
Right.
fucking hilarious, but
I wish there was more people like him
yes.
in society.
He tells there's one dude vaping out in public, and he like gets onto him, and it's so fucking funny how he does all that stuff. It's definitely worth checking out. So
We definitely need more people like
Yes.
them. Just
Louder milk.
Just not,
Yeah,
not trying to be the bigger person. Like
Yeah.
you don't always have to be the bigger person.
That's the thing is everyone's just like just let them have their way. It's
Yeah.
you know that's that whole generation now that everyone just do it.
They
And I'm
just
like,
give
no,
in. Everybody just
fuck
gives
you.
in. Yeah.
Like today at work, it's just
Whose work?
my work
Oh, okay.
and my employment.
he has a job. Where's the
Yes.
applause button?
Okay. But like this guy comes in, do y'all have a restroom? I just look at him and go, yes. And I go, did you need to use it? And he goes, oh, yeah. I was like, okay. That's not what you fucking asked for one thing.
Right.
But
We don't. We don't shit here.
I know.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we have one, but we can't use it.
Zero shits given.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the term? We coined that. Because literally, you can't shit here, buddy.
Piss off.
Yeah. Somewhere else. Por favor. No. But yeah, it's just stupid stuff like that people come in. It's just, they just let shit fall out of their mouth and don't put any effort into like asking the question properly and
Right.
stuff. And then they'll just come up there and stand at the counter and say, hey, how's it going? Good. Like, you ready to check out? And yeah. Okay. Which one's yours? That I can't see where you're pointing. So what's
Yeah.
your name? That's the dumbest thing. Oh, where'd you get this from? There's no price. Oh, it's back over there. Okay. We
Yeah.
have like 60 dealers, so I can't really see what you're pointing. Fuck off.
But it is very remarkable that our generations came up and are
Generations. How many are there?
My generation. We don't.
well, like all of our generations.
We won't.
Like
ever give a fuck.
you're
It should be the same one.
Give a fuck about me. My generation.
What are you doing?
all right. Limp Bizkit. Fred Durst, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
How old are you, Jared?
39.
When were you born?
39 years ago.
That was easy.
Heyo.
That was easy.
Now you, Jared.
1984. Right at the end.
84. I was 78.
You were born in 78.
You were 78 years old in 1984?
Wow.
Yeah.
I was born in 1978.
You're an
as
alien.
well. So these two bastards are not the same generation as we are.
So
Correct.
Do you agree?
You just proved my point when I said our generations, and you were like, "What do you mean our generations?" I was speaking plural because
up.
there's two different generations.
Our generation, Jared and I's, is way better than yours.
I would have to side with you to
Incorrect.
to a certain extent. But what I was trying to say
No, you have no idea.
before I was rudely interrupted
We
by
know
the
how to
previous
deal with
generation.
things.
Yeah.
So do we.
We're the generation
We
just
deal with
finally stopped giving a fuck. We're like, you know what? We're just going to talk. And
We're
you don't
90
like it?
We're
Fuck you.
90s kids.
I was a 90s kid.
We No, you weren't. You were a 90s adult.
No, I
Graduated in 97.
graduated in 96.
You could have picked me up in a car from elementary school.
You would have gone to jail
Legally.
if you would have picked him up. No, actually, not back then.
It was rape.
I tried to
can't
avoid
rape-
you. I
you
tried
can't
to
rape the willing.
avoid
That
you
is
for
true.
like a year. So
You did. But I don't know where I was trying to go here.
Something about our generations.
Oh, so we have all this like
technology.
technology
Table?
at our table, black cloth, beer.
Yes.
But like we have all this technology at our fingertips, and we don't use it for
Good.
or
Right.
to
No.
really research anything.
I do. I mean, if I want to know the answer to something, I want to know it then.
Yeah, if you want to see like what
But it's so-
movies
yeah, it's so
certain porn
stupid.
stars were in.
These old people come in the store and like, how do I get here? And they're like holding an iPhone. I'm like, type in. You can literally just say it. Just
Right.
show me directions to Wells Fargo, and then
Okay, but when one of the clerks is like, I don't know anything about Martin Luther King, but I want that day off. What do you say?
She just dropped a bomb.
I mean, I don't know. Tell them to enjoy.
Enjoy.
Why don't you do some research?
Enjoy
on
your
day off?
heritage. Wait, are they
Do you know why you want the day off?
Do you know why you get the day off?
for Martin Luther King?
But why?
Because we celebrate him.
What did he do?
He had
Yeah.
a dream.
They actually pushed back his parade by like over a month.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, because it was fucking freezing that day, and I was sitting there
but
thinking, I was like,
I could
man.
see like the next week, or
Yeah.
maybe the week after, but not like, hey, we're pushing it back 6 months.
yeah.
Well,
July 4th.
Actually, Fort Worth, the city of Fort Worth decided to push it back until President's Day, which is in February.
It's gonna be icy.
So is it gonna be like a combo then, or
it's gonna
Yes.
be another.
if they're old and dead, we're celebrating them?
My point
No,
is
that's
is
not how it
that
goes.
No,
I've never
that's
been.
not-
certain
been to a parade.
generations don't know why they celebrate certain things.
Oh yeah, I always like get that curiosity in me where I see a holiday and I'm like, where did that originate from? Like, what caused us to do that? Or why do we call it this? Like, why is it called that or something?
But even when you look it up, there's like most people will click on the very top one. And
Yeah.
that's where they get their information, and that's where they draw their conclusion from, even though there could be
Urban
another
Dictionary
story.
says,
Yeah.
Okay, speaking
That's a
of
highly qualified
speaking of-
certification.
speaking
Like,
of
just-
Urban Dictionary, do you know what a Z job is?
a Z job. Do men get it or women or both?
Men. Look it up on your phone, and I want you to read, and it's going to be from the Urban Dictionary. I heard this because there was an employee of mine that had said something about it and didn't know what they had just heard it and didn't know what the meaning of it was.
Oh,
and
God.
then I looked it up on my phone, and it was absolutely hilarious.
Right.
So if you look up the Urban Dictionary version of a Z job,
Okay. The first one on Urban Dictionary says, if you got to ask, you can't afford it.
Okay.
And then there's an example. It's 10 for an H job, 20 for a B job, and 50 for a Z job. Okay, so Z job. A Z job is were you a receiving a blow job where the giver of the blow job is sleeping, also referred to as catching some Z's.
that's not what I read.
Therefore, a Z job. Wow, my roommate gave me the best Z job last night. Ha ha, and he always wakes up complaining about the bad taste in his mouth in the morning. What a fool.
Oh my Lord.
So here's the one I have.
Here's another one.
When one man fucks another man's ball sack, creating a Z-like image from the position of the two penises.
What?
When you fuck another man's balls.
Okay, hold on. How does that make a Z? There's only two peepees.
Hold on, but there was another
Jared,
Is there an image?
what's,
one. Hold on.
what's your last name?
Brooks.
Brooks. Okay. So
When-
I'm going to have to.
When a girl hums a Z sound while she's giving you some neck.
Some
and then after-
neck.
But listen, there's a sentence afterwards, like like you're in a spelling bee. Wow, Marissa gives great Z jobs. She can hum hella good.
What the?
How do you hum a Z?
But when I read that, it was like she was in a spelling bee, and they were like, "Can you use it in a sentence?" It's like Marissa could give a hella
Z job.
But that's what we
Another
that's
one
what we
is-
look up instead of, hey, what actually happened on this day?
Right.
Martin Luther King. Why was he important? It's like,
Right.
no, I want to learn about
Here's-
Z jobs.
Well, there's
Here's another. When you get a rubber band and put it around your testicles, tie a knot, followed by sticking your ball sack in a girl's vagina and your penis into their asshole, or vice versa. And that's a Z job.
How is that even possible?
Good night, kids.
Yeah. How many Z jobs are in
Okay,
this?
so you get a rubber
Urban
band and put it
Dictionary?
around your testicles.
It sounds like there's like 7 Z jobs.
Do you tie your testicles in a knot or the rubber band?
the rubber band
And then you
and you pull the?
I've never stuck my balls in a vagina. I
Why
think
would-
one would.
Why would you want to?
I know.
so disappointed,
That's
like-
the ultimate tea bag.
I think
never-
the vagina would
I
keep
don't-
pushing your balls
yeah, I
out.
don't think
Is that
you
like
can-
tea oven or?
I don't think you can actually
Yeah, I
do
don't think
that.
you can.
They're
put your
not.
balls in.
They don't.
That would
do they
take a
have the
lot-
solidity
That would
to
take
go
a lot
in?
of force.
Because they're kind of. It's like an eyeball, I would imagine. But
I mean,
Jared, what do you?
They're malleable.
you would have
but
to keep a hold of your balls.
Yes.
in.
you'd
You
have
would
to
have
like
to
pinch it
take-
at the base of the nut and then shove it in there.
Maybe that's what the rubber band's for. You hold the rubber band
Oh.
to.
You tie it and then you put them in, but then it'd be double. My pee-pee's only that wide, so.
Jared,
Well, we'll try that next time.
what do you regret? I never went to Mount
Report back, please.
I never went to Mount Rushmore, and I've never
How does he job?
had a Z job.
Yeah.
Those are the
Definition
regrets.
7.
There's which definition of Z job are you looking
I don't
for?
get how the penises make a Z. Like that's like a cute angle.
I don't think we should delve into this.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for the Fort 4.
Okay.
Smooth intro.
Enough Z jobs. Now it's time for a fort job.
We're all Z jobbed up here.
Yeah. So the Fort 4 is 4 questions that we ask every person coming on the show. They're random questions, blah, blah, blah. The first question that we always ask everyone is, what popular song do you absolutely hate? It can be past or present. If you can't choose one song, you can choose an artist or a
Band
album or
Yeah.
tell us something you hate.
And we can let you know ours if you want to know.
Everybody's looking at me like it's supposed to be my choice.
I think it's your turn.
Women's first. Women
Woman.
first.
Woman.
Women's first. Blah.
Woman.
Well, I really hate everything by the Black Eyed Peas.
They got some bangers, but
Go
not
ahead.
much.
Why do you have the? Is it?
Is there a particular song that just stands out of all the other songs that they do?
Oh, absolutely not.
No,
They just
it's
all
all equal.
suck.
Sounds like me and Train.
Do you like the artists as solo artists then, or just anything?
No, they all suck.
Do you like the food?
The Black Eyed. Ugh.
Yes, I'm Irish.
Okay. Black Eyed Peas aren't bad.
I was going to go with Taylor Swift, but I didn't want to go there.
Taylor, she's a sweetheart.
Where's Andy gonna go?
You don't like Taylor?
Not even a little.
She's got some bangers. 1989 was a
1989 was a great album.
The
I
rest is
loved
stupid.
it. But I cannot-
screen doors.
I don't know. I'm on Andy's side on this one.
I can't wait to
can't.
see what the Travis Kelce album.
And now, now she's in our life in football. She invaded football.
She's ruining everything.
And I cannot wait for the
She's a
Ravens to beat
disease.
the living shit out of the Chiefs. Because I think they will. They should. Go Ravens.
High five.
No, I would have to definitely be T Swift. I don't care for her music, and it doesn't matter. I mean, she's still making.
Sing a song.
Sing a song. We don't know who T Swift is. Can you share
Everybody
some
knows
of her?
who T Swift is.
No,
Bad blood.
That was
That's a good
great.
one.
That was good.
I don't
That was
know.
really good.
No, I don't know who T. What songs?
Sing, baby.
All of them.
Which one? Like, I'm trying to imagine it. I can't.
Who's the band that I like? Blank Space.
Blank space.
Blank Space, but I like it from the rock group.
Oh,
not
I
from
Prevail?
By her, yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
that's
Prevail.
a fucking
Yeah,
banger.
Yeah, but she is,
Guys, good for a weekend.
like
So
to,
it's
see,
gonna be
That
forever.
was awesome.
to watch the NFL games and them to keep like going to her
Yeah.
and knowing when you look at her face, she has no fucking clue what's going on in the field. Like,
Yeah.
she just sees, oh, they're jumping.
Is he dead?
Yay!
Is he dead?
He scored a hole in one. Like she's bad, and I understand. Like I guarantee you, there's probably some.
get it down there. Okay.
Why am I sitting all the way up here? I need to be down there with my love. And
Yeah.
it's
Can I just go out there with them?
it's very off-putting, and it makes me want to drill a nail through my penis whenever I see her on screen. It makes me very upset because I'm just like,
that would work.
hey, I'm a man, but this is not manly stuff, and it makes me upset.
Do you know how to use a drill?
I said a nail, drill a nail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but
was meaning
drill a
like
screw.
hammer
Hammer
a
a
nail, or
Okay.
whatever.
Nail,
You
drill a
can't
screw.
drill a nail.
That's what I was
You can
thinking.
drill a
I was like,
screw.
this
You
man's
know
crazy.
what I meant. There's
Drill-
my penis.
Yeah, but then
there's
you
a
said
nail,
drill.
and I was hammering.
Hammer.
Okay,
And you don't
sorry.
hammer with your drill. That's
Sorry.
an expensive thing.
Well, you know what? Maybe that's what I meant was because my penis is out there. There's a nail, and then I have a screw, which is going to hurt even worse because it's not gripping anything.
That-
So it
Well,
just
if you're
hurts.
screwing, but if you're screwing a nail, it actually won't. It'll just be the
Or
initial
is the
poke.
nail screwing me?
Back to the
mean, it
Taylor
could be.
Swift argument. Like,
Give you a
what
Z
is your
job.
argument?
A nail job.
What do you mean? She's just a basic bitch.
But she's come from nothing.
She didn't come from.
So have
nothing.
you heard the conspiracy that she's a clone of the, I think it's like the high priestess of the like satanic cult or whatever?
The hell?
Literally, if you look at who that is,
I have not.
if you look at who that is, she looks spot on like her. It's fucking creepy.
Spot on.
What I want to know is how she has been relevant for so long.
'Cause
Why has she been relevant for so long?
Because of
Name
her
another-
Swifties.
Yeah.
Name another female artist that is as popular today as she was back in the mid 2000s.
Right.
Actually,
Cher.
more popular. No,
Yeah.
that is incorrect.
No.
There has not been. So, like, I'm looking,
Celine Dion.
and maybe she is into witchcraft. She hasn't aged whatsoever. You look at Taylor Swift now; she looks just like she did back in 2007.
Travis Kelce's
2008.
all like, "Oh, you shave," and she's like, "Yeah, we'll go with that."
I feel so bad for. I feel bad for Jason Kelce because Jason Kelce's probably sitting there being like, "You're a fucking bitch." It's just wow. Like,
Yeah.
why are you?
Bring your 9-year-old.
Yeah, like, what are you doing? But
What's their age difference? Because how old is she? She's like
They're both
wait,
33.
She's from '89, right? He's
They're-
33.
They're both 33. Yeah.
Damn.
she's just,
She's psychotic.
and I look at her and I'm like, why is she like a sex icon? Like, why is she sexy? Like, she looks.
She's not sexy.
She's flat chested, probably like.
It's
What was
Murray.
Murray.
Murray's
Oh.
doing something.
She's not. There's nothing about her that is like wow. Like she doesn't have a like an ass like that, and her tits aren't big, and it's like she literally looks like
She's got legs. That's about it.
basic legs. She's just a basic bitch.
Basic bitch.
And she doesn't even have
She's a
that. She
basic
doesn't have a
bitch.
great voice either. Like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like Whitney Houston. Like that's mine. Like Whitney Houston, I would go after her in a heartbeat. I don't care if she's coked out or not. But
She's dead.
I know.
He'll
But
dig her up.
that
and
is
fuck
She didn't
her.
sing, but
that is
it was great.
Whitney Houston is my
He'll get that ass dead or alive. It's coming with him.
But
A Z job for Whitney Houston's corpse.
go to sleep. She's asleep. But no, that I don't understand the whole T Swift thing at all.
I don't
at
either.
all.
I don't find her really attractive. She just looks so fucking young. Like she hasn't grown up. It's weird. It's just. You think Tim?
I don't know what the big deal is with her. I mean, she has a huge fan following. I don't.
1989 was a pretty good album, though.
Yeah.
It was.
I love that album.
When did that album come out, though? That's what I'm saying. Like,
1989.
Not
In
1989.
2014.
Do that-
1989 was the year she was born.
I know.
But it had all her good songs on there.
I didn't think it
Shake It
came out.
Off and
Shake It,
the Starbucks
Shake
one
It Off was a
and
good one. And
the sundress one.
Blank Check.
Say you'll remember me.
Hey, if we keep
Standing
talking about
in a
Taylor Swift,
Yeah.
the terrorists win.
Yes, sir.
Change the
Question
subject.
2.
What's another one?
Question number 2.
Can we smoke in here?
I knew you were going to ask that.
I'd prefer not, but like I don't have any ashtrays or.
Oh, I got a beer.
Oh,
I don't want to smoke in here.
can you blow it into the beer and just?
Everybody watching the video go, what the fuck is he doing?
It's gonna explode and just.
Just don't do that.
Okay.
We got a little Wayne concert. Let's see. I haven't looked through these in a while. I'm like,
Wait a second. We never got to Jared's.
oh,
Who do you?
Oh, we were going to share ours too? Okay.
Okay.
Well, my group is Train. I can't stand Train. They're horrible. Lead singer should not be a lead singer. A lot like Taylor Swift. He can't sing. God. Hate that fucking song.
your lipstick.
But song-wise, it's...
Oh no.
shit, just lost it. Oh, Pour Some Sugar on Me. I can't stand that song. It's a horrible song.
I
This-
agree.
You're like delving back into the 80s. Wow.
Something you can identify with.
What a time to be alive.
I was a child.
I was too.
I wasn't born. So,
I came in right at the halfway mark almost.
what was your band?
Well, band. I've got a couple like Zach Brown band. I don't like anything they do. It's just so fucking cheesy. Like I can't stand his music.
I think there's one song I like by them, but
There's the Highway 20 Rides, like really the only one I like.
What
but
is what is Zach Brown band? I don't.
he sent then a little bit of chicken fry.
Oh, chicken
Hold
fry.
it. That's the dumbest fucking song.
Would you? But that's not a band. That's just a country singer.
It's
Zach
literally
Brown Band.
called the Zach Brown Band.
His last name isn't Band.
I know, but
That's not his full name. Mr. Band.
I get it. I get it.
Mr. Band, your table is ready.
And then Macklemore. I can't stand him.
What about The Weeknd?
He's got a couple good songs.
I compare Macklemore to like The Weeknd.
Why?
Weekend has better songs.
Why?
Like, because they're better for like driving around and listening.
Is that what you do? Is that what we do with songs?
So like when I'm driving around and I put on The Weekend, I listen and it's
I don't
good.
like listening to this band. Put on this band.
Don't you think The Weeknd is kind of like hot smoking music?
It's kind of like almost not really trance, but like it.
Yeah,
it
it's
just
trance.
it's when you're driving.
Are you saying trans or trance?
Trance.
trance? Like you're in a trance.
Trans.
Not in a trance.
Trance.
But
A he, she.
A he, she.
You're not a he,
what
she.
are you? Nosy job.
I do have to pee, though.
Oh my God!
I'm just
I knew
letting you
that
know.
was coming.
Well, my bladder. What? I'll be right back.
No, that's fine.
Oh, is it okay?
Yeah.
That I go pee?
I mean, I guess.
You get,
Thank you very much.
You've been given
Apparently.
permission by two
Apparently,
people.
if you need to re-up, grab them while you're in there. If you want to give Murray a treat, there's a red box of bones on the cabinet right next to the liquor.
Why would I
And
give
then
him?
if you want to put up some of the dishes, that'll help me out too. So.
I'm in there just.
And Andy's
I'll be right in.
Joining us live.
let me get these dishes done.
I have cables this way.
Here, why don't you go ahead and take these, baby?
Take the empties. You need a jacket to go pee?
Your outhouse is outside.
He's not going to pee. He's going to smoke.
Oh.
True.
Yes.
Well,
He's
he
gonna
can pee.
piss
Actually,
and
he can
smoke.
pee in the backyard.
And smoke, yeah.
Why do I have to go this way?
Because I have cords over here.
I can walk over the cords.
I don't like to.
Screwed up.
This is my studio. Cock.
Look at how easy that is.
This is my
Oh,
space.
yes.
I
Perfect.
need to go out and go through the tunnel and fucking no, I just gotta pee. That's it.
It's in the show.
He just wanted to rub. He just wanted to rub his
So
cock up
going
against
to
your head.
smoke.
I know. He's going to smoke.
Smoke and piss.
Take
Piss and
selfies on his phone and change random contacts pictures to our butts. I'll tell you, my friend did that one time.
No.
He took a picture of his ass and he just went through my phone and assigned it to random contacts. So every once in a while, I get a phone call from someone and see his ass. I'm like, and he put it on because I worked at Pizza Hut at the time, and they called me, and then I saw pizza and I was like, what the fuck? I was like, that's Danny's ass. It's like, thanks, man, you
That's
asshole.
a good friend.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
That is
it's
awesome.
a loving friend. Oh, there's no point in asking the next question. So, how are you, Linda?
I'm good. How are you?
Fantastic. Been just living life.
I see that. You
Yeah.
moved since the last time I saw you.
I
so
have. Still got Murray.
Still got Murray.
Motherfucker. He'll be, 5 in May.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
He's
what
an
is
old
that in
man.
dog years?
5. I think it's like 35 or so. I think it's like 7 years for every
Yeah,
one.
7 years.
Yeah,
out.
sure.
Yeah, roughly. Well, they also said it's more in bigger dog breeds too.
Oh, really?
Because it could be down to 4 or 5.
Oh, right.
He literally weighs 120 pounds.
Yes,
That's a big dog.
he's a big boy. He's a big cuddle bug.
Is that why you prefer to not get a girlfriend?
No, I don't. I mean, I do. I don't Z job him. No, I don't prefer not to get a girlfriend. It's just at this time, I know what I want, and I'm not trying to waste time. And plus, I know also at this age, other girls, they may be wanting something different, and I'm like, I'm not. If I know they're not the one, as soon as I know, I'm telling them.
Like
Right.
children or something like that?
I don't like children. But I like women. But
But you don't want to have children.
I don't want to have children myself. If they have children, I don't mind. But
But you don't
it's
want
just-
to procreate.
yeah, and that's the thing too. Is some of these, it's just like, oh, I want kids and everything. I'm like,
Yes.
next.
Yeah.
Trust me, I went through the same thing when I was dating and at your age.
Yeah.
And
And then some of the girls I hear, I guess guys, some really want to have a kid, and then they're just like, I don't want to have any more kids and stuff. So,
it's really
Right.
hard. Once you get to a certain age.
of course. Okay. Okay, of course. Okay.
Oh my God, Andrew's back.
I smoked.
You smoked in the
And Pete,
house?
shut up, Murray.
Yeah. I went out.
While he's on the toilet.
Yeah.
He just flicked it in the toilet.
Murray and I had a cigarette. It was great. It's fine.
Murray, did you smoke? Damn it.
Oh,
You're too young to smoke.
Like cigarettes. I
smell
figured I
She
smelled
tastes like
cigarettes.
cigarettes.
yeah.
Tastes like
I
cigarette.
cheated. I cheated.
Forrest Gump is your favorite movie, Bailey.
It is. It is definitely one
Why?
of my favorite. Because all the guy does is just be himself, and he just falls into these awesome opportunities, and he doesn't change himself throughout the whole movie.
Stays true. That's one good thing.
You know it's fake though.
What?
It's fake.
No, it isn't. You take it back. You take it back right now.
Forrest Gump taught Elvis Presley how to dance, damn it.
You're damn right.
Some bitch.
I have family from Alabama, so
Okay.
Greenbow, Alabama.
no.
By the battery.
Sorry about ruining your Black Panther party.
Called it $1 million wound. The doctor must have kept all that money because I never sent a dime of it.
He never. That was the thing. You classify him as retarded, but he actually lived the best life ever.
Right.
I mean, he didn't expect anything, and
No.
he went and I got to go see the president of the United States again, and it was just
So whenever
I love
I
that.
could run.
Again.
I could run like the wind blows.
Whenever Andy, Rusty and Anna got married, they got married at the courthouse in Southlake, and then me and Ashley went to the wedding, and it was Rusty's 2 boys and blah, blah, blah. So afterwards, we went to, I think it was Mikosina or something that was right over in that area. It's a Mexican restaurant. And I was on
South Lake?
antibiotics. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was on antibiotics, and I was drinking Mambo Taxis. And Rusty was too, obviously. And it's his wedding night. And he bench pressed the table. No, I'm just kidding. But
In South Lake Town Square?
yeah.
He did that.
No,
No,
he
it was
didn't
a
really
joke.
do it.
It was a joke.
It's the art of storytelling. It's acting.
And the award goes to.
Thank you. Okay, but
I can actually see him doing that, though.
I know. Lightweight, baby, lightweight.
Let's go.
I need a new tux.
All natural.
Yeah,
With all the food and plates still on
exactly.
Perfectly lifted.
Yep.
So what?
Perfect form.
What are you?
So-
Go ahead.
Okay. Anyway, we were there, and I was on antibiotics. And I've never been on antibiotics before, and I was drinking, so I got drunk
Yeah.
And then me and him. I remember quoting Forrest Gump, and then I remember at one point just saying, "I'm tired. I think I'm gonna go home," and I just put my head down, and went to sleep. And then we left, and Ashley had to drive home. I remember puking in the bushes at the courthouse. And then I had to have one of those reusable shopping bags next to me on the way home. I was like, and just in case I puked on the way home. So
I have a bad story based off of a show or a movie. You guys ever watched the show on HBO? I think it's on HBO. It's Spartacus.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I remember when that show came out, and we were watching it. Like me and my group of friends were watching it at the time, and I decided to get ridiculously drunk at a bar in Grapevine / South Lake. And at one time,
excuse me.
we were all out. We were at a bar and we were drinking or whatever, and I had way too much. And I decided to take my shirt off in the bar, jump up on the table.
You were alone?
And no, it was with my group of friends around me. Thank God. I jumped up on the
wasn't with
table.
me.
No, this was years before I met her, and I jumped up on the table and I yelled "Spartacus!" and I was shirtless. So they kicked me out of the bar. And as I was leaving, they were escorting me out of the bar, and I stopped and I puked in the doorway. And then all I remember is waking up the next day in the house I was living in, fully clothed, and I didn't know how I got there, but I knew that my head hurt. And come to find out that my friends helped me to our sober driver's car, and I ended up shutting the door with my head still in the door.
Not
and I went,
shutting.
boom! Oh! And I shut it.
Jesus.
My friend helped me into bed,
I'm
or
kicking
helped
my
me into
own
my
ass.
yes, and it wasn't fun.
Oh my God, I'm
But
so proud of you, baby.
It was a very
This makes me love you so
a low point, and you didn't have to experience that with me.
Yeah.
That's a great thing. I had to go through that.
He does good things when he drinks. One time we went to Toadie's, and
remember
there was
this. I remember
an
this.
elderly lady that was a little bit inebriated, and she was falling down.
And he had sex with her.
Yes. She gave him a
sidewalk.
Z job. No, she gave me a Z job.
I was napping.
Yeah.
Called that the joke.
But so we get there, and then he proceeds to help her, and then he ended up calling her son or daughter
Well,
or
no,
something.
I got her phone because she was inebriated on the steps.
Yeah.
Like she had sat down, and I was like I didn't know what was going on with her, and we were walking into Toadie's, and she was just sitting on the steps or whatever. I was like, "Hey, are you okay?" And I had some to drink in me, but at the same time,
It was
I'd
Tuesday
noticed-
Dudesday night.
Yeah, I had noticed that she was incapacitated. I was like, "Are you okay?" She was like, and she had her phone. So I took her phone and I looked in her contacts and I saw son. So I called her son and I said, "Hey, your mom's up here at Toadie's. She's completely and he was like, "Oh, thank God! Like we've been trying to reach her.
Oh,
She hasn't responded or answered or whatever." I was like, "She's up here right now. You know, do you want us to call her a cab or do you want to come?" He's like, no, my wife's already getting in the car. We're going to come up there and we're going to pick her up or whatever." So they ended up showing up and taking her home. And that was it. Like, I'm a good guy.
So I have a picture on my computer or phone somewhere of him standing in a tank top with her purse over his shoulder, and he's on the phone. He calls, "Hi, this is Andrew Wilson. I believe I have your mother Dolores here."
Well, yeah, I took her purse because I like.
But yeah, we stood out there until they came and picked her up and everything.
Nice.
So
and she
he's a good
she
guy.
went home. Like, yeah, I'm not gonna, you know. She didn't need to be driving for one, and I don't know if it was like she was just so fucked up or as medication or whatever. But she, you know,
We saved the day.
who knows how many lives we saved? 'Cause
Exactly.
If she were to get behind the wheel
That's
and
really
drive,
awesome, baby. I think you're an amazing man.
at times that can be.
What's some other drunken Andy night stories?
Let's not go
let's
there.
There
just
are
end on a
so
good
many.
note.
You don't need to go there.
And it's funny to see like
You married us, Jared.
I did. I performed the wedding.
You were our pastor.
I'm the dark minister. Oh yeah, I started calling myself because the first wedding I did was the Batman wedding, so I was like, I'm the dark minister. But yeah, that was something that Ashley. I was texting her, telling her like, hey, these guys are coming on the show, and she was like, oh yeah, and she's like, oh, blah blah blah. And we were chit chatting, and she's like, I'm glad to hear that they're still together. And I was like, yeah, and I was like, yeah, I'm batting 1,000 with all the weddings I perform. And I was like, and vow renewals. I go, and eulogies, but that's a given. And then she goes,
they're still dead.
and then
back.
she responds with, you're only down on weddings that you've been the groom in. And then she said a little bit of, and I was like, batting 0 on that. So
Wow.
I thought it was fucking hilarious. I was like,
got you.
yes.
She got
What
you
a
damn good.
bitch.
You a fucking
Where's
bitch.
my Jason Graham glasses?
You fucking.
You a fucking bitch.
No, you did a great job at our wedding, and I don't know.
Well,
I think
my question is why would she suspect that we weren't still together?
Oh, she doesn't talk to y'all anymore, so she didn't know what happened. She didn't know what, like, she's in, like, Georgia now. So,
oh yeah, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
she still work for Quick Trip. She's
Yeah.
in the
Yeah,
Georgia
She's at a
division?
remote travel center.
Oh, okay.
And then
cool.
she married a guy, he's a driver. That,
She's married?
She has a baby.
What?
She has,
Congratulations!
What?
she's almost, I think she turns a year old this year at some point. So,
Oh my god.
yeah, she has a little
she-
girl.
Did she name it Andy with an I?
No. It's,
You a
Fuck
fucking
you,
bitch.
Ashley. You fucking bitch.
Oh my
I don't remember what her name is.
Uh-oh.
You don't remember what your-
Ashlita.
Ashley,
Ashlita.
I don't remember what it was.
Ashley
But
wow.
Jr.
yeah. Ashley Jr.
That is so crazy. I can't believe that.
I know. I'm just like,
So are you like the godfather? Or?
no.
What? You're my ex-husband. You're going to be the godfather.
Yeah.
Like, wow. Yeah, we're white.
You couldn't
but
close
not
a deal.
Well, she comes on the podcast. I didn't know.
You couldn't close the deal. At least you could do is take care of it if I die.
I love you.
These are the hard hitting questions we need.
You couldn't close
No.
the deal.
Couldn't close
To
the
clarify, I am
I am not the Godfather.
not the Godfather.
deal. Or the father.
Yeah, or the father.
I didn't
Tests
think you were
pending.
the father. Y'all have a special relationship, and
Yeah,
You guys
it's
do.
kind of weird.
It
I
is a
mean,
good relationship.
we're just
yeah.
fuck it.
Okay.
I remember, I mean, when you guys were at the one house and before you moved in the other house.
Oh, that one, yeah. Her first house.
Her first house.
Yeah,
Where are you going with this, baby?
Nowhere. Just the first house. I'm staying
yeah.
there.
Which
He just
house
remembers us when we were there.
Yeah.
Which house?
Okay,
is that?
question 2. No, that's the end of the story.
No, you're good. Go.
No, I don't remember because we started hanging out around that time. I think.
It's like the Hazlitt house or
No,
the
no, this is
Saginaw.
Saginaw.
The Saginaw.
Well, both houses were in Saginaw. They had the one over there off of
We had the
Bailey
Marine
Boswell.
Creek. Yeah, it was both basically off the same street.
Yeah. And then they
oh,
moved over to the new construction.
Bailey
Correct.
Boswell. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
yeah. We had the smaller house, and then we moved in
Moved
with
to the big
her
one.
friend for like 6 months or something. And
I remember that was fun.
we lived in a room. It was a nightmare. And then we had that big house built, and
Do you remember the night that I stayed over there? The first date that I had with Andrew.
oh yeah, the housewarming party.
Yeah.
The hot dog night.
Yes, the hot dog night.
Oh.
Exactly.
It was
haven't heard this.
Okay, so I'm gonna lay
I'll let
this out.
Andy tell it
All right,
because
so they had a housewarming party, right?
This, just to let you know,
so we bought a
I
house.
just started
Just
dating
started
this guy.
dating. Okay.
This was her first time meeting us.
and this is
Yes.
the big house.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
house that I've.
Yeah.
Because I've never seen your other house.
No, it was
Yeah.
a smaller house.
Okay.
Well,
If you can call it a house. No,
There's
It
a
was-
shack.
yeah.
this
Little
was
tent.
this was a housewarming party.
'Kay.
And just to let you know, none of Ashley's friends cared for me whatsoever.
Oh.
And just laying the
Boo-hoo.
basement of
You fucking bitch.
I love Ashley. I've known
yeah.
her forever. She's a very sweet,
She's awesome.
sweet woman and everything.
Peach.
But her friends didn't care for me because I just say what's on my mind, and they don't like that so much. But anyways,
Democrats.
yeah, probably fucking liberals. But we
Taylor Swift loving idiots.
Swifty motherfuckers.
Not nice to meet you. Where you been?
anyways, we were over at their house, and we were having and like I said, she was over there for the first time. It was
Right.
her first experience with.
There was
like,
a lot
my
of people
friends.
there.
Okay.
And there was a lot of people.
I
there.
got drunk and invited everyone on Facebook.
yes,
Jesus.
and
It was actually the first. So when we moved in that house, he made manager, and we used to hang out on Tuesdays, and we called it our Tuesday Dudesday.
Right.
And it was the first Tuesday that he was a manager, so it was just me. So I drank at home, and I drank like we normally do, and I was just like, "Rah." And then she got home and found me like passed out drunk on the couch.
after he sent all the invites to
Yeah.
everybody on Facebook.
And like I didn't think like a lot of people said yeah. I was like okay, but it was a fucking blast.
Right.
Up until
Well,
No.
okay. It was
No, it was not.
it was a blast. Okay, so we're all having a good time. They're barbecuing hot dogs and hamburgers and stuff like that.
Right.
So they're all eating, and he gets a hot dog with like mustard and ketchup or whatever. So
Definitely mustard.
it was mustard, yeah, definitely. I walk out, and he's getting ready to take his first bite of his hot dog, and I just smack it out of his hand. Just like he's like going like this. I go, boom.
And I'm
It's on his-
sitting there as his new date,
And I'm
Right.
just like, fuck it.
looking at him like, what the fuck
What
are
the
you
fuck did you
doing?
just
I
do?
knocked it out of his hand, got mustard on his shirt, and he was so pissed. So
I was
pissed.
drunk too.
He
Right.
went from 0 to 1,000 real quick.
Yeah,
He's
I
like,
started screaming at him in the back.
what the fuck? Andy, mother, don't do this. And I'm like, well, you need to chill the fuck out. It's a fucking hot dog. What are you doing? I was like, you're going to look back at this and laugh later.
Right.
No, I won't. No, I won't.
Not say any of
It's
this.
mustard on my shirt. Why are you? And so we just get into it. And I'm like, this, I'm fucking leaving. And it was just a drunken, drama filled at that moment.
Yes, and I'm left
And
at
you're-
the house
Oh.
with a bunch of people
You
that
left
I
her?
don't know. Oh,
He never-
yeah.
he never
I
actually
got,
left.
No, I got out
He
to the
went
driveway.
out to the car,
and that's when Ashley came out and was like,
came
hey.
out.
What are you doing? And I was like, I'm fucking leaving.
I remember.
I'm going to drive home and fuck Jared in his fucking mustard covered shirt.
And I was like,
And Jared's
I'm
still in
fucking
the back.
40 years old, and I'm not dealing with this shit.
Right.
You could
right.
hear Jared in the backyard like, motherfucking mustard!
That's not even close to
I
what was
hate
said.
mustard seeds! Like,
I
he was
literally,
going
I was,
way off.
I literally was like 36 years old, new nurse, and this was what was going on, and that was my first impression.
Right.
of Andrew
And
This
his
is my
friend.
best friend. Fuck him.
and his relationship with Jared.
Oh,
Right.
and I was sitting there. I was like, "Dude, come on! It's not that big of a deal." Like I
Right.
thought it was funny, and you know what? And was I right or was I wrong? We're still
It's
sitting
funny,
here
like
laughing.
5-10 years later.
That's
but
what I said. That's from the
You
get-go.
were really pissed.
What was said
What
was
Very pissed.
I pulled all the hot
Should've
dogs
been.
off and put them on the plate, and every
This
time,
idiot just went.
every time I would turn
I don't even
around,
feel bad about it. Not one
Right.
day.
I would
ever.
drop, he had this smile. He was proud of it too. Every time I would turn around, I would drop a hot dog, and this time I didn't. I was like, cool. And then I made me when I'm standing there, and I took a bite, and then I hung it. And Andy's just sitting there and just and smacks it out, and then it gets mustard all on my shorts and my shirt. And I was like,
and then for
and
me, everybody that I've never met before is like looking at me like, what are you gonna do?
All
and I'm
of
like, I
Alex
fucking hate
and
everybody.
Christina were sitting at the table, and Andy and Linda, and then other people were in the backyard, and I just go, are you fucking serious right now? And he goes, you didn't offer me a hot dog. I go, there's a plate right in fucking front of you, stupid motherfucker. And then I go inside and I slam the door, and Ashley heard us yelling, and her and her friends were like, what the hell just happened? I was like, Andy's a fucking idiot. And I was just like, went to my room. And he's all just out there just, what?
No, and then he goes and gets in
then he
his
goes to
truck.
try to leave, and then Ashley
he
had to
goes
get his
and gets in his
keys.
truck, and Ashley's like, Linda, come here. Linda, come here. And I'm like, what?
You're in this now.
I'm not dealing with this shit. I don't know you people, but I trust you more than I do him right now.
So did you leave?
No.
No.
He never left.
Ashley got the keys from you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ashley talked me off the ledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it was funny.
And
Like-
what the funny thing was that was the day before my birthday.
Well, that was when we
And that's when you're,
And then my Tahoe,
When we
which
got back
was
to my
parked
apartment
in
the next
his
day,
apartment
got
was
broken
into.
into. And what did I do? I did absolutely everything to try to take care of it and
You
resolve
really
it.
did, but at that
he
point,
was
I was like,
getting
this,
tape and like
this
putting the
guy
glass.
is not the guy for me. Like, there's criminal activity.
He's
and
pissing his best friends off.
I don't know, like
They're fighting over
Who
hot
is this guy?
dogs.
and that was just like another.
Slap the hot dog out of this guy's
That was
hand.
another like
He
example
likes
of
slapping wieners.
Yeah, I do. Away from my face all the time. Like, no.
There's too many of them.
That
Need
was-
more hands.
They're coming in too quickly.
That's a big black one. Get her away.
Octopus mode.
No, that was just another example of like.
I literally wanted to leave at that point
Oh, I
and
bet.
never talk to him again.
And I
But-
would have been okay with that
Yeah,
because
that's-
it didn't affect me.
But the next morning,
Okay.
I was sleeping in his apartment because I had a very traumatic day,
Yeah.
and he
Just
came.
rocking back and forth.
I was.
No hot dogs.
You hungry? No.
Burgers only.
He came to me and he said, "I think I'm falling in love with you."
Oh.
And I was like, "You motherfucker!"
I was getting ready to walk the
Damn
fuck
it!
out of here.
Yeah,
How
I was
did you
free.
No, but like breaking that down as far as what I did, Jared, was kind of like moving away from St. Louis and coming down here.
Yeah.
The friends that I grew up with, a lot of them I went to elementary school with. So we grew up and we were able to fuck around with each other like
Yeah.
that. So by me
Yeah.
doing that to Jared,
I was initiated.
it really was. And the only reason that I blew up about it was it was just one of those things like, hey, dude, we've gone through all this shit together, whatever,
Right.
and you're gonna overreact in my mind,
Right.
to this point. Like, fuck you. Like, if you're gonna get pissed
It
off
was
about
stupid.
this. Not in guy code.
Stupid.
Not in guy code. Guy code is different than girl code. But like in guy code, it's
No.
like, I just smacked a fucking hot dog out of your hand. Why are you blowing up that much? And
Right.
he's like, "Whoa, mustard in my new shirt." It's like, buy another. Like, you live in an extravagant
you
big house. Buy
literally-
another fucking
Right.
shirt. It's not
Literally
that
were
big a
trying
deal.
to make
Right.
him look like an asshole in front of everybody.
No, I was
And
no.
yes,
It had nothing to do. Here's the
You
thing.
did.
Here's the thing about guy code.
And I didn't like that.
Everyone was cheering my name, and then after they're like, "What the fuck is this loser doing?"
He's hoisted up in
Yeah.
the crowd, and I'm like,
He's
"What
a
the
jolly
hell?"
good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good
He
fellow.
literally came in and said, "I don't want this motherfucker to have any kind of."
No, it was just like guys do that. Like,
Oh no, they don't.
the problem is that like Ashley's friends really like ignited that fight.
I would say, did they like?
Oh, they
come at
they
you?
didn't like me to begin with. 'Cause
Right.
the majority of them were
Like,
lesbians.
yeah, kill him. And I was like,
the majority of them were lesbians, and I'm pretty sure I said some gay shit and like knocking their gay shit, and they didn't like that. So
Right.
as just joking, like, oh, we scissoring tonight? Is it fucking craft night? Like, what are we doing? So they got mad about that.
Craft
And
night.
so, of course, like, if I make an ass of myself, they're all
Right.
like right behind Jared's ear, like, you should kill him. Nobody would care. Like, just stab him with my vibrator. Here's a scissors. We're not using this. It's fully charged.
Yeah.
And this is my first impression
Right.
of my current husband.
Exactly.
And Jared's
I
like,
still chose to marry him.
by the what is it? The great what is
I'm
it?
all twirling around like fucking
Power of
lightsabers.
Grayskull.
By the power of
I connect
Grayskull.
him. I have the power.
I'm like, no. Anyways, but like that was like in my mind, like, I still like words don't mean anything to me.
Right.
They never have, never will.
Actions don't,
Words don't. Actions do.
but you slapped a hot dog out of his...
Excuse me.
Yeah.
That was Andy.
But if I were to like slap the hot dog out of his hand and then call him a faggot, like which one is going to hurt more? Neither one should.
You stained his shirt with mustard.
He didn't care. He
And I was hungry. That's why I had a hot
you could
dog.
have gotten another one. There's like 30 hot
a whole
dogs.
bunch
over
of
For
there.
my guests.
It would have been like just hot dogs for days.
You had wieners all over the place.
But you know what? I don't know how
You
to.
have a good radio voice.
Thank you.
He does.
This is, yeah.
Yes, you do. You're listening to. No.
But no, that was one of our interactions. But I mean,
tiffs.
Jared and I had been through a lot of shit together. As
Oh,
far
yeah.
as well, I'm sorry, he had been
was
through a
the-
lot of my shit.
He was the only guy that showed up to help me to move on a
Yes.
fucking freezing cold
Yes,
day.
it was fucking freezing
Yes.
cold that
I
day.
and we
believe-
knocked it out like fucking.
And
I believe her naked in bed.
Oh,
I was
First
in
serious
his,
he
relationship.
took a picture of the
in his 9
titty and then.
years.
yeah.
Yeah, I took and I showed them to Jared. I was like,
Yeah,
"This
he's
is what I
like-
left," and I pulled open
The B-peg
the
and-
blankets, and I took fully nude pictures of her,
Right.
and
And
showed
sent
him
them
to her, to him,
To him. Yeah.
and to Ashley,
Right.
to send to her gay friends,
Right.
and they all loved him.
Oh, I'm sure.
They were like,
They're ready to have crafts with her.
yeah.
Do arts
So
and
she's
crafts.
just
and-
laying there naked right now alone, right?
No, but so they were moving out of your old house into the new one. And he had told me, he was like, hey, will you help me move? And it was around this time, I want to say.
It
Wasn't it?
was like January 8th, I believe, or
yeah,
something like
it
that.
was fucking cold.
So,
Well, the day before was like 60, and then the day we did it was like 34.
So you're moving out of.
Well, we had already moved out of the other one. We were in a storage unit. It was like a
Storage
10 by
unit,
30
yes. Yep.
storage
Okay.
unit.
Moving into the.
Yeah, and we needed to clear
Other
that
house.
storage unit out.
Right.
And me and him, I think we did in what, 3 loads?
no,
Damn.
but this
And-
motherfucker told me, he was like, hey, will you help us move? And I was like, yeah, I'll help you move.
Mm-hmm.
5 o'clock, or it's like 6 or 7,
Something like that.
7 or 8 o'clock on a Saturday morning.
Yeah.
This was before I turned my phone on silent when I went to sleep. Now that I'm a store manager, that bitch stays on silent until
Right.
the time I wake up, and if the
Right.
store burns down, I'll figure it out. But
When you show up Monday and it's
yes,
not there.
exactly. So
Yeah.
where did it go?
Where do I clock in?
All right, cool. It's not my responsibility.
Yeah, I'm here. There ain't nothing to clock in at, but
But he had started calling me.
Mm-hmm.
And I woke up and I saw the missed call. Now we had just started dating, of course,
Right.
and she decided to stay after the whole party, housewarming, or was this?
Fiasco.
This was before.
She hadn't
This
met
was
us
after.
yet, yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
because
yeah,
the
yeah.
housewarming was in March.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. So this was after. But anyways, we had just started dating, and I was enjoying having a beautiful woman in my
Naked
bed,
in your bed.
naked in my bed, and we were
Titties
sleeping.
everywhere.
Titties and stuff like that. Yes, Nicholas, go
D
to bed.
jobs.
Nicholas, Nicholas, go to bed.
Yeah.
Don't think about your stepmom's titty. You're grounded. Yeah.
Oh my
But
god!
but no, like so
15
we
and huge. We know you have testosterone.
so we were in my 1-bedroom apartment, which was very, very cozy. Like I love my apartment, and I
love that place.
it was great.
It wasn't even like a guy's apartment. He had like crosses on the wall. It was all well decorated and stuff.
You
And I'm
would've
just
thought-
like,
He's a pussy.
Huh?
Not a pussy. That's not what I meant.
That's what you said.
Go ahead.
Anyways,
You are what you eat.
it was very yes, but it was very. My apartment was decorated. It was supposed to be like a home. It wasn't just a guy pad or bachelor pad. So yeah, I had paintings and stuff but it was very cozy. So wake up that morning to him calling me.
Yeah.
And then a text message. And then a call. And then a text message. And then call.
Come on.
Call.
I need somebody.
He had absolutely out of all the people, he had 0 people that were
Damn.
showing up to help him move.
Holy
Because a
shit.
couple others said that they would help, and then they
And they
didn't.
show up.
A couple other. There was several other. That
I don't
said
even
they
remember
would
who
show
all
up.
said they would. But
None of
That's
them
bullshit.
would. So I wake up and I'm like, what, dude? He's like, hey, you're the only one that I have, like, to help us move. I really need your help. And I'm like, dude. I roll over and I see her and I'm like,
She's
sees a
naked.
titty and he twerks the nipple and just.
I'm like, dude, it
right.
is. I look outside and it's like cold rain going on. And I'm like, really? Like, based off what you told me, you already had like 30 people lined up. Like,
Right.
Why me?
Right.
Everyone grab one thing and we'll be done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck you. Okay, I'm showing up. So I show up and biggest fucking U-Haul you can rent. We back up, throw everything inside. That's the first load. Throw everything.
Ashley helped us on the first load. And then by the time we got back, her aunt and uncle were there.
You forgot to tell him what you said to me before you left.
Don't get dressed.
What'd I say?
You just said, I have to go help him. I'm very sorry, and I'll be back very shortly.
And it wasn't.
It was about 8 hours.
Let's say
We
When you
we
move,
worked from
yeah.
about, I think it was like 8 a.m. till 3 is when he left.
even
And
if you're digging
And I was
deep
just
and going
laying
to
But
there,
town,
me
laying
and
there
him-
in his bed.
just. Should I put clothes on or not? Because
you told me not to get dressed.
But no, like I was the only one. And
That's crazy.
we literally, there was nobody else.
Yeah.
It was just Jared and I that loaded up the storage unit into the truck and delivered it.
It was a 10 by
unloaded it, and
Yeah.
then went back again and loaded it and unloaded it. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, where the fuck are these other people at?
yeah.
Oh,
Two people.
They're on their way, man.
But the whole time I'm just like, titties, titties,
Yeah.
titties.
Keep those titties warm, Lyndon.
Daddy's
No.
coming home.
No.
We literally backed the U-Haul right up to the storage unit. I was like, fuck people. If they need to get around, I can move it.
Right.
And we were sprinting, like just grabbing something, running on there, boom.
Well, it was cold.
This
It was
was
cold and
this
rainy.
was another reason that made me fall in love with him because he was so dedicated to helping you, and I was just baffled by his
Like,
dedication.
he left me naked.
No, not that, but just like he was dedicated to helping you, and he.
Then you meet me and I blow up over a hot dog. No.
That was, that
And that was
horrible.
that was a lot of like I don't sit there and like add up, hey, this is what I did for you, and
Right.
this is what you did
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah,
But
that's
Yeah, you do.
bullshit.
I do to a certain extent. I'm
some
sitting
people.
there. I'm sitting there being like, hey, don't you have no right to get this mad over something like this when
I did
because
XYZ.
you're attacking me as a person.
Right.
You're attacking me or character. My character is what you're attacking.
Right.
And you think I really smacked the hot dog out of your hand because I fucking hate you and I hope your shirt is ruined and fuck this party. When the only reason that you had the
don't even
furniture
know if
in
I
this
ever got
fucking
that
house
stain
is
off.
because
of
I
me.
helped you move this. I'm not saying I deserve to walk in and fucking, get undressed and be like, ooh, and everybody's okay. Like that's not my.
He
but
helped move it in. I mean, you just let him do what he wants.
His penis is flying
Yeah.
everywhere. He put-
Ashley's gay friends would not have approved of that.
Yeah.
Oh, they
Put
were
that
very
up.
upset.
Oh, they hated me so much.
Hated
hated me so much. Even when we went to Toadies and they were there,
Yeah.
they hated me because
Damn.
I just sat there and was like, I don't agree with your lifestyle. What? It's like
What?
I'm not saying you're a bad person, but I just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
Well, you should I'm not pushing my view
Exactly.
on you. I'm
That's
just
the
saying I
thing.
disagree. Why
Yeah.
are you coming back at me and being so angry?
Right.
I'm going to sit here and say that the person that's the angriest is probably the person that's wrong. But I'm not going to say anything.
You know what? You know what's funny? She's straight now.
Who?
Savannah,
Who's Savannah?
the big boob one.
I
That
don't
was her friend.
I'm sorry if I can just interject here. Anytime a woman thinks that they're a lesbian is only because they can't get dick. Once they can,
They're no
She has a
longer
kid now.
lesbian. Yeah, once they get it.
Oh, I get it.
there's no reason a woman would want to just fool around with another woman.
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
Arts and crafts.
Jeez.
Caesars.
All right, question 2.
Are we only on
Yeah.
question 2?
We never asked it because you went and peed, and then
We went on a rant. Then we went down the road.
Yeah.
It was a good road,
It was
right?
a good
It was a
road.
good road.
It was a fun
It was a
road.
good road.
All right.
Yeah.
What would be the silliest feature of your dream house?
Silliest feature.
Like, what would be the most extravagant, just off the wall thing you'd have?
A fucking swimming pool. Why can't I
That's
have
not
one?
extravagant.
Slow down there, Linda.
Oh, we've been on this for years now.
An indoor swimming pool that connects to your outdoor swimming.
I also want
That would be cool.
like a river.
I want a lazy
Like
river.
a lazy river.
Like a river, like a river.
Shut your mouth, baby. Whatever.
Wait, what was the question again?
What would
just
be
wanna
the
bitch about-
silliest feature of your dream house?
Yes, I want a lazy river.
Silliest would probably be like a hidden room.
That would be fucking cool. Like a little bookshelf. And then
And it opens up. And I don't understand these motherfuckers that like show the hidden room. They're like, oh, hey, look,
Yeah.
if you pull this back. the
Yeah.
whole-
Like, wait a
why
minute.
would you
What's
even,
the purpose now?
Yeah.
that's where I keep all my money and guns. And it's just like, oh, okay. My social security card and credit cards and
all
everything.
my children I'm selling
Yeah.
into sex trafficking.
Jesus.
All the kids are sitting there.
Yeah.
Oh,
Help us. Help us.
pull this book
Is that
out.
Tom
Yeah.
Hanks' house?
Oh, so you know.
Yes.
So you know.
Yeah.
That motherfucker's going to, he's burning in hell.
He's
Did you hear about Vince McMahon?
Oh.
So that one of his
Yes.
Vince McMahon from the WWF, WWE,
WW.
his dad created the company, and then he took it to where it is today, sports entertainment. And
That was cool.
sounded like a fart.
I was like, what the fuck?
That was Andy's beer can on the microphone.
I looked at the microphone like it hit me.
I know. You're just like
What the fuck?
Bro,
we all
why you
we all
coming
just
at me like
paused.
that?
It's just like,
hit it.
There
And I
was
was
a
like,
splash.
what do we
too.
do?
I'll fuck you up.
But he had like all those like allegations and stuff against him that he was a dirty old man or whatever.
Right.
And now one of them, Vince McMahon.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the women came forward and has proof of him trying to sex traffic her and trying to give her to like Brock Lesnar as a like
Oh,
thing.
yeah. I heard about that.
I was just like-
Wasn't she
Lesnar-
16 or 17 at the time?
I think she was just like full aged employee.
Brock,
I
no,
thought
Brock
she was-
Lesnar actually is, under
Yeah.
investigation as well.
How
And
do
then-
y'all know about this?
The internet. I love it wrestling stuff too. But
It was
so
Fox News.
Vince McMahon actually resigned, and like this is the first time in history that there's no McMahon employed at the company.
Have you seen him though?
Yeah, he looks like an evil. Like he looks like, he would do
he has
that.
to walk with a cane. And
Oh,
stuff
really?
Like, that. Like yeah, he's
Oh, I haven't
he's
seen that.
bad.
I'm sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Like bad.
Yeah,
'Cause
all
he
those-
did fucking steroids.
Oh,
by the way,
100%.
do you still have your connection for steroids?
No, I don't talk to that guy.
What the fuck?
No, but I
wanna
get you
do-
cocaine.
I want to do steroids
Why?
because it's great.
I want to look like Arnold.
Tell him.
He wants to look like Arnold.
Tell him about
Oh.
when I was doing the steroids.
He was muscular. I don't remember.
Guess what?
But he
his,
didn't have a pee-pee.
his balls were really small.
They still
It was
are.
an easy Z job.
They still are.
Yeah.
But dude, I was doing like,
Oh yeah, he did. What was it, the hundreds or something?
no, I was doing 95-pound dumbbell incline bench.
Oh my god, I can't believe
I
it.
had to
they were
spot
so
him,
huge.
and every time superset. Anytime I go to lift something heavy, in my mind I always go superset, because anytime he would do that, it was some YouTube guy that every time he would, lightweight baby, and superset.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, it's really impressive that he can get all this muscle weight on him.
You can always tell how drunk she is by her accents. And the next level up is Irish. So when she goes Irish,
wait,
the
muscles
show's
up.
over.
Yeah.
The show's over.
All right, once we go Irish.
I will tell you.
Yeah.
That I was swole.
Oh, yes. You were swole.
He never wore a shirt.
Ever.
He'd be up at work just.
Oh, no. Tank tops all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
He
Glorious.
was
would
like
just
fucking
paint
Rick
his-
Vaughn from Major League. He showed up
would
to
just paint
QT,
his
his
quick
shirt
shirt on
sleeves
him.
were cut off, and they're like, "We wear sleeves in this store, sir."
I just don't think steroids are bad. I really don't.
Well,
It's just have you've seen? There's a documentary, The Bigger, Stronger, and Faster.
Yeah.
I love that
We
documentary.
watched- we watched that
Oh yeah,
together.
I used to watch it on repeat.
Yeah.
because
We were-
that and Pumping
We were
Iron.
naked watching it.
No, we weren't.
In my mind, we
There's
were.
a lot of nudity in this.
He'd like shoot a little pee at it, and I'm like, "Wait, is it raining?" I need a tarp.
Golden shower.
No, we watched that documentary, and we were talking about like the good, the bad, and the ugly about it, and everything in moderation.
Yeah.
And everything like the only reason that people, in my opinion, that steroids is bad, which you're in the medical field.
no way.
I gotta pee really bad.
And we lost the host.
That's fine. We can lose them.
Yeah.
But
We got it.
like when it comes to like steroids and stuff, it is nothing but a inhibitor or a something that accelerates what you're doing already. So
Right.
in my mind, if
An
you
inhibitor is the exact opposite of what you just described.
okay, so what am I trying to say? Like it's a
Agonist.
what's that mean? You're wicked smart, and I love your brain.
It means that it enhances what you're doing.
Yes. So it's a what?
Agonist.
Agonist.
Okay.
So all steroids are an agonist for what you're doing. Like you can't do steroids and just sit on the couch
Right.
and it do anything.
Right.
So it just
You have
amplifies what you're doing.
Right.
And of course you need to have checks and balances, and you can't be doing it or whatever. And if you look at steroid abuse across the board, they never take time off.
Right.
They never stop doing it. It's always, and it's not just steroids, but based off of certain people that I've come in contact with, it is not just the steroids. It is the testosterone, but also the what's the feminine? Estrogen blockers and stuff like that. So it's really a cocktail, and they never really get off of doing the cycles.
Right.
So of course it's going to impact your liver and your kidneys and your muscles and stuff like that if you're not doing it,
Sporadically?
smartly, which is not a word. but-
Smartly is not a word.
I know, but what I'm saying is like, I think that steroids should be viewed as something as common as alcohol or smoking or whatever.
Well, you're
It's like,
very wrong about that.
PCP.
why is that?
Well,
What about sugar?
oh my lord.
What about caffeine? Caffeine should be limited, correct? Caffeine is very detrimental to you, but we allow caffeine. Like I can go into a store right now and buy a 24-pack of Monster
Do
and
you
drink them all if
really
I
wanna
wanted to.
Compare caffeine to testosterone.
Yes, because I believe caffeine can kill you faster than testosterone can.
Well, you're very wrong.
And actually, if you look at studies, as far as like packaged chicken and stuff like that, they are so high in estrogen that it will actually kill your testosterone. And that's one thing that
Is your headphones good, Did?
Thank you.
Is that working now?
Yes.
They may have gotten pulled out a little bit.
but that's also one thing
Yeah,
out.
we probably pulled out a little
Hey-o.
too fast.
Oh.
that they talked about in Bigger, Faster, Stronger.
Yeah.
As far as the estrogen that we have in packaged chicken
Baby,
is
all
killing
you eat-
testosterone.
All you eat is fucking packaged
And that's why my
chicken.
penis is like this instead of being like this.
Should
This
salute.
instead of this.
Salute.
Because of packaged chicken.
Damn packaged chicken.
So your answer
Took my wiener
is
away.
to take testosterone.
Yes. That's why the men's teeth clinic is so popular.
You're an idiot.
Some might say that.
I've been called that before.
You're not insulting.
Did we answer question 2?
Yeah.
What is
The
question
silliest
2?
feature.
Oh yeah. Okay. I lost track.
Let's see.
Question 3.
Question 3.
Please make it be good.
Okay. What is an embarrassing moment from your school years? What is it?
Well, when I was in first grade, I got there and somebody threw up, and it was gross. And I asked her, "What did you just throw up? That looks gross." And she said, "Orange juice."
What?
Orange juice.
And I said,
Were you in Alabama?
"No, I was in Sherman, Texas."
Holy shit.
And I said, "Okay." And I went to the school nurse and I said, "This nurse, this kid just told me she just threw up orange juice. And I need to go home."
You had to go home, and you're a nurse now.
I can't stand the sight of
Yeah.
orange juice.
I couldn't deal with it.
Blood is one thing, but orange juice.
Heavens to Betsy. I just can't fathom thinking about orange juice
That's
at
a
this
real
early
bad
morning.
memory. You don't understand.
Oh, man.
That was first grade.
Yeah.
Orange juice.
What was the
What-
question? What was the question again?
What's an embarrassing moment from your school years?
What is an embarrassing moment?
Oh, burnt biscuit, baby.
That we can't. All right. So.
Okay, what's burnt biscuit?
All right.
Tell us about your biscuit.
So there was this black kid. Okay.
All right, this is going to start off good.
And you have to hear me out.
Okay.
Okay. So there was this
Shut up, Murray.
black kid, and he was darker than Wesley Snipes with a moonless midnight.
Wow.
So,
And we're canceled. And it was fun.
but
we had a great ride.
You have to
Thank you,
understand.
everybody.
You have to understand. Hear me out.
Yeah.
You have to understand that I did not call this kid this, but the other black kids in my class called him this, which was burnt biscuit. So,
Oh, my God.
Limp Bizkit was popular band at the time.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
We did not come up with this. The other black kids in the school called him Burnt Biscuit. Okay,
Like B-I-Z-K-I-T?
it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The word's already bad.
It's already out there.
So I don't even. I think his name was Marquise,
I can't
but I don't
believe it.
remember what his name was. And I'm not. I'm just saying that this is what happened, and this is in St. Charles, Missouri, which is Missouri. But
Suburb of St. Louis?
Yes.
Kinda, yes.
yeah, on the east part of the Missouri River. But
No, it's the West.
it's the east.
No, it's the West.
Okay, look it up. But we
I live there.
I was in
been there.
I was in math class, and he had said something to me that
Math.
pissed me off. And I had said something about his mama,
Oh, Jesus. Oh, no.
and then I brought it back to, and I called him a burnt biscuit.
Oh, Lord.
Which even the black kids called him. Like everybody called
Yeah,
him this.
That's
It wasn't
our
because
word.
it wasn't because what I called him to get that reaction. It was just because he was mad. So he got up and he hit me across the face in math class, and he literally hits me like this. And I look back at him, and I look at the math teacher. Like it didn't hurt me. He's a little pussy, but I look at the math teacher, and she's already getting
throwing a biscuit at you?
she's already getting like the office referrals out. So she fills it out, and we both have to go to the office. And this was the day after Columbine.
Oh.
So
shit.
things were really escalated at that
Yes.
point. And so I sit in, and I'm talking to Drew Ebert, was the principal at the time, and he's like, "Hey,
Shout
what
out,
happened?"
Drew.
But he asked me, he's like, "Hey, what took place?" And I was like, "Hey, this is what took place, and this is what I said." And he's like, well, that's a racist term. And I was like, no, it's not. I mean, the black kids call him that. Why is it a racist term if a white kid calls him that? He hears it from everybody.
Yeah.
Like white, black, Asian, all of them call him Burnt Biscuit. He's like, well, we're going to suspend you we're going to give you 2 days of out-of-school suspension and then 2 days of in-school suspension. And I was like, oh, okay. So I left, and my mom got wind of it that I got 2 days out of school and 2 days in school, and he only got 2 days in school.
Oh, yeah. And he hit you.
And he hit me.
Yeah.
My mom fucking hit that fucking door. And was like, where's Drew Ebert? They're like, in there, fucking swung open the door. I was like, we need to talk. And he's like, what do you want? He's like, my son, like, and had my back and was like, I'm not discounting what he said, but my son didn't put a hand on him.
Yeah.
He put a hand on him. And you're telling me that my son is in more trouble than he was.
Exactly.
So what would happen if my son would have stood up and beat the shit out of him?
Yeah.
Well,
just shoot
there,
you.
There would be nothing, but you have to understand because of everything. No, I don't have to.
No.
I don't have to understand. Like my son restrained himself after getting hit in the face.
Yeah.
You didn't retaliate.
He didn't retaliate.
I fully agree.
Words.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was it was definitely my I got home, and of course you're as a son you're sitting there waiting for your dad to show up to beat the fuck out of you.
Yep.
And I'm
Get
just
some of
sitting
the
there,
fucking championship belts from WWF.
I'm sitting there watching my little TV that you had to turn the dials for the channel, and I'm like watching it, and I see my dad pull up, and he comes inside. He comes inside. My mom tells him what's going on. He's like, okay. Andy. And I come out, and he's like, you ready for dinner? He's like, are you ready for dinner? We sat down and had I never had that conversation with my dad. And he was just like, he was actually very proud of me that I didn't resort to turning around and hitting him.
That's fine.
Because it's based off of, it's just words. Like, it's just words. Like, why do you have to get physical and angry?
Especially when everybody is calling him that.
Yeah, it wasn't like I just came up with it. Like I just left my KKK convention and it was like, hey, this is what we're going to call the black kids. Like
third period's KKK club.
The KKK club was St.
Sorry
Charles.
to interrupt your skinhead Nazi party.
Neo-Nazi party.
There was no reason. Like all the black kids, like Devon and all of them, I know all their names, and they call them. That's who started it. Because he was blacker than they were, and it was what it was. But it's just words, and for him to take it to that physical, I understand, I get it, but I didn't retaliate in that aspect. So, just why am I getting punished more for no
shit
physical?
Did he actually get suspended then?
No.
Oh
wow!
Even after your mom said something, he still.
She hated Drew Ebert.
I've heard about
Ebert,
this,
you motherfucker.
ever since I married him. He's been talking about the burnt biscuit.
You have to understand. You have to understand this in St. Louis. You have black versus white. Black hates white. White hates black. Okay, that's just the dynamic.
Yeah.
Okay, so if you are from St. Charles, which is on the white side, and you go over to St. Louis, they hate you, and vice versa. St. Louis comes over to St. Charles, they hate you.
Yeah,
it's a very cut down the middle.
The line is drawn here.
Yeah, that's how it is, and so you have the Missouri River.
Is my mic on?
Yeah,
it shouldn't be.
That's on.
Women shouldn't.
Jesus.
We only told you that you were going to be a part of the podcast.
Yeah. We haven't heard a word you said. We just
you watch it live. You're like,
oh yeah, yeah, whatever.
I hate you.
I love you. But like, you have
you
that.
can pull your mic up closer to you if you need to.
You definitely have that divide in St. Louis, and that's why people ask me. They're like, would you ever move back? Like we were talking about before,
right?
And no, because down here you're surrounded by Indians, you're surrounded by Tongans, you're surrounded by blacks, you're surrounded by every ethnic group down here, and you all have to come together to get the life that you
We
want.
are the world.
And it's great.
We are
Children.
It's not like
we
that
are
up there.
the ones that make a brighter day. Let's start giving.
Oh yeah.
There are people dying.
I do need
Play
to.
the song, motherfucker.
I don't know.
I need
I
to
don't play it.
I need to smoke a cigarette anyway, so you might as well play it.
Okay.
you need to.
I don't want to play it now.
Yeah.
No, we are the world.
We are the world.
We are the children.
I don't know.
What don't you know?
I don't know.
Is it?
Sped up reverb mix.
What the?
That
What?
sounds fun. I don't know.
Play the original.
Where is it at? That's not.
Is that like the chipmunks singing?
Oh, that's We Are the People. I don't want people. I want the world.
Do the Michael Jackson like removed.
Yeah, I thought
No,
it was
do the
like,
removed.
Why? Michael's.
Him singing about children?
why don't you?
I don't think we're ready for that.
It's been years, and those are just allegations.
Bullshit.
Michael was a good guy.
I love my
friend. Michael. No, Chris.
Stop it. Stop.
Andy.
My balls have gone up inside of me.
¿Cómo se puedo?
I'm going to go smoke. Real quick.
Okay.
You want to smoke?
No, I don't smoke.
Why are you holding on to the cord? I see the fucking cord. I don't need you to point out the cord. I'm not 5 years old. I see
Excuse
this.
me.
Why do we have a soundtrack for this?
Excuse me.
He knows how to
me
step
angry.
over cords.
Go
Where's the
away.
hot dog? Where's your hot dog?
Freezer.
We're
We can't go
listening to a
on.
good song.
We're very peaceful right now, and you're.
Absolutely.
I'm just trying to smoke a cigarette. You're like,
Is that Kenny
cords
Rogers?
here. There's
It
cords.
was.
Oh, it was. Kenny.
Yes.
That's I think
Oh, that's,
Dionne Warwick. That's. I think it's Billy Joel, isn't it?
No.
It's Michael.
We are the children.
I can't scoot up any further. Quit fucking humping me.
He's dry humping the back of your head.
Oh yes.
No, this is Dionne Warwick, I think, right here.
Yeah.
That's Whitney Houston, bitch.
No,
Yes.
that's Willie Nelson.
Yeah.
Stupid voice.
I don't like Willie Nelson either.
That's Harry Belafonte, I think. Or some. It's some.
There's Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah.
The boss.
That's Kenny Loggins.
Oh
Yeah.
yes.
That's the guy from Journey.
Steve Perry.
Steve Perry, yeah. I've seen this music video 1,000 times. I can't remember who that one is.
You're good, Jared.
That's Michael.
Are you sure?
Yeah. And this is Huey Lewis,
Huey Lewis.
Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah.
Their stupid fucking voice.
Yeah. I don't care for her either.
That's she got bad. Kim Carnes.
Yeah. This is all of them.
We are the children.
I don't have my lighter. You have joined us at the Piss and Smoke break of Andrew.
We're taking donations for Africa.
We
The phone
are
lines are open.
children.
I don't hear anything ringing right now, so
Pump those votes up.
yes. Call us now. If you don't get right in, call back.
Ray Charles.
Oh my God. You have the best like commercial voice ever. Just
Wait.
you and me.
That's Bob Dylan. That was Bob Dylan, actually. Sorry.
You and me. Yeah. You and me.
Ray
we
Charles
go.
comes later. Say, hey, yeah.
Yeah, he's got to do his.
Would y'all shut up? Jesus, how long is...
It's a long
It
song.
still has like over almost 3 minutes.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people.
Is there? I don't remember the music video being that long.
Do you remember Hands Across America? Do you remember that one?
No. Hands Across America?
Yeah, that was a big thing. Hands Across America, feeding the African.
That's Ray.
This is Ray.
Georgia.
Georgia.
Springsteen. That's Kenny Loggins.
Yeah. Oh, that's Stevie Wonder.
Oh, yeah. That's Stevie, I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's Stevie.
Did you see Stevie Wonder return a blow kiss to
Yeah.
somebody was on stage at the Oscars or
And then one time, like, the
And-
microphone was falling. He, like, reached out to catch it, and he's like...
yeah, but somebody was leaving the stage and blew him a kiss, and then he blew
you're
her a kiss back.
suggesting that he wasn't actually blind?
There's been,
Is
like, a
this
conspiracy.
Conspiracy
Yeah.
theory.
That he's not actually blind or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Give me the data.
Steven, you have some explaining to do.
Well, maybe his, once one sense goes away, your other senses amplify.
He's like Daredevil.
Like I'm
He's a...
Use an echo.
I'm blind, but I can hear shit that happens
No, you don't hear shit at all.
just out of your mouth.
He heard,
Hey, honey.
he heard the blow of the kiss. So.
What question are we on?
4.
This is number 4.
We are on number 4.
Fuck. Shut up, Murray. I don't know. Is there one you want to... Yeah, you can ask one.
What is your celebrity crush, male and female?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yep.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have sex with Ryan Reynolds.
Oh, nice.
Like, I'm not gay.
We had this conversation
whatsoever.
on our first
Yes,
episode, Tuesday
yes,
Dudesday,
yeah.
I think.
you would give Ryan Reynolds
whatever
a
he
job.
wanted.
Oh, okay.
Whatever he wanted. He could have. Yeah, like he just.
There you are, big
It has nothing.
There you are.
It has nothing to do. Like his personality and mine would go together like peas and carrots.
Peas and carrots.
It wouldn't affect me whatsoever.
Right.
Like he's just a great actor, but also, he's funny.
Yeah.
Has a lot of the same humor that I do, and yeah, Ryan Reynolds. What's yours, baby?
Nice. So that's your guy.
Oh, well, if I was a lesbian, it would be Jennifer Aniston.
Yes. Oh my gosh,
Can't go
Jennifer!
wrong
If
with
you ever
Jennifer.
hear this podcast and you want to come and visit us, 4312 Silent Break, Fort Worth, Texas.
So ready for the
76244.
three-way. Hell, and if Ryan
So-
Reynolds joins, it's
Oh my gosh!
my God, it's a party.
It would.
If we could have them both visit, that would be great.
We
But
wouldn't have to respec on
Jennifer
the walls
Aniston,
whatsoever.
if I was a lesbian, she would be my definite. Also, Demi Moore, probably.
She's
Demi's still a fox
child-
for being
yeah,
like...
she's a child trafficker.
She's pretty hot.
Have you-
But
She
my
may-
man,
She can still fuck.
No, I said she's a child trafficker.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
said she can still
God.
fuck.
Have you not seen the video?
would you stop it?
A lot of them
making out,
are.
She's making out with an 11-year-old boy. Like, have you
Okay.
ever kissed a girl? He's
All right, you watch the internet too much.
what?
So my male,
That's a channel. The internet.
my male
Yeah.
wannabes would be Kevin Costner.
Ooh, wow. Okay.
I
Like current or like any certain stage, Kevin Costner?
all
right
of
now.
it,
Right now.
like
Okay.
even
Just
now.
as long as he's...
He can show up with his
I
dusty
can
balls.
have him right now, and I would be so excited about Kevin Costner.
Like just got off a horse, sweaty nuts. She would take him.
And
sauce. Just got off
You
a
want
horse.
nothing?
I'm gonna saddle you up, ma'am.
You don't understand.
Honey, you stay out of the bedroom for a little bit. Kevin Costner.
Kevin Costner
Me and
is
Kevin are gonna.
She's got a saddle on her back.
He gonna brand me.
I
His
would,
dick.
I would do anything for Kevin Costner right now.
Wow.
Right now?
Kevin, if you're listening, the phone number to call in is
817-902-8075.
That's your number, bitch.
I know. I will talk with him. I will talk with him and say, hey, Mr. Costner,
This is how she likes it.
I need a couple autographs before I
Exactly.
sell my wife. Yeah.
Kevin Costner.
I'm gonna need. I have
Is there
some demands and stuff.
Is there a
so.
show or a movie that just like does it for you with him? Like all of them, or is there like one particular?
Oh, well, okay, so Field of Dreams is absolutely one of the greatest movies ever, but I also like Robin
Well, we have a
Hood.
caller. Oh, it's Kevin Costner.
It's not a
Holy
tumor.
shit.
Have them answered immediately.
Jesus, they're all going off. You broke the show.
You broke Arnold.
Kevin Costner's calling right now?
Jared started calling me. I picked it up.
Oh my God. I would love to answer any of his questions right now.
So did you like Waterworld?
No, that was horrible.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
probably his worst movie.
It was.
That
but
was
I just
terrible.
with her
My
being
favorite
such a
is The
fan, I thought
Guardian.
maybe Guardian is awesome.
Oh,
I
The
love The
Guardian.
Guardian.
Guardian is
I would-
awesome.
Actually,
The
anything
Bodyguard.
Kevin Costner was in, I'm absolutely in love
Yeah.
with.
Yep.
Yeah.
She has alone time.
So who's your female? You gave us your male, and you gave him pretty quick.
Because he's in love with Ryan Reynolds.
He had plastic surgery to look
sick.
more like Ryan. No.
He looks like he smells wonderful.
I really love him, just what he's done for Deadpool. Like, I was a Deadpool fan back when Deadpool didn't exist. I mean, for example, my son is 26 years. Well, he'll be 26 years old this year. But his whole time growing up, I was trying to find Deadpool stuff for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, toys, anything. You know, obviously I had some comic books and things like that. But he was
Why
so young.
Deadpool?
Yeah,
He was
why?
just my favorite. He was my favorite character.
So why were you trying to find your son?
Because I wanted him to grow up liking Deadpool.
Oh, okay, because he
nobody,
was your
right?
favorite.
Because he was my favorite.
Gotcha.
And
Why did you like Deadpool?
I'm big into comics. I love comics, and I read New Mutants '98 once, and that's his very first appearance.
Talking to
And-
Murray.
and I was like, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "He's like Spider-Man, but better," you know, because he talks all the time and he breaks down the fourth wall. And then just his assassin skills and all that, I just fell in love with him. In fact, I went into a comic book store in Wichita, and there's a shirt hanging up of him on top of the check stand there. And then I had like 3 or 4 comics of him. And this guy was like, "Why the hell do you want this stuff?" I'm like, "Because it's Deadpool." It's like, nobody knows who this guy is. Nobody cares. He's a nobody. I'm like, "Okay, well, I don't give a shit. I want this." And I actually have that shirt framed, hanging up on my wall, because obviously I can't wear it anymore because that was 1993, and because that's when he came out. And then all of a sudden, here comes Ryan Reynolds with the movie, and he fucking explodes. And now you can't go into a Kmart, a Walmart, a Target, anywhere, and not see something Deadpool.
They did.
And
they,
Eckerd's or a Toys R Us.
they
or-
100. They 100%.
Blockbuster.
Is there a Kmart?
There's
Not
not
anymore.
there's not a person out there
Eckerd's?
that could play Deadpool
No,
better
no.
than Ryan
I
Reynolds.
no.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So that's one thing I have given Marvel huge props on casting people. They have casted their people excellent. You know, from Doctor Strange to the Spider-Mans and to Ryan Reynolds. I mean,
I disagree about the Spider-Mans
Yeah?
because, well, the first one,
Toby,
yeah, that was good. But the other one, whatever.
Andrew.
I liked him better than Toby.
Yeah, you didn't like Andrew.
What are you
No.
doing?
How about the new guy, Tom?
What are you doing?
Who's Do you like the newest, Tom?
No, what I was going to talk about was the new Deadpool movie
Oh wait, that's not supposed to be like that.
with Hugh Jackman.
Yes. There we go.
Is that really going to happen? And how excited are we for that?
I am extremely excited.
I'm excited too.
Yes. They said that they just wrapped up filming for that. Like it's done. It's ready to, they're going to edit all that stuff. It's still on track to open, I think, is it this summer? Or
It'll probably be this
spring,
summer. Yeah,
or fall, something like that. Yeah,
because it's been about 2 years since they had,
It's
been longer than that. It's been like 3 or 4 years since they had the second Deadpool.
because I think it will actually put Deadpool into the MCU to give him more movies and more parts.
It's supposed to bleed it into it. So
Yeah.
So don't you see how? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Have to nerd it up.
I'm a nerd. Yeah. When it comes to this shit, I'm a nerd.
Did you see how Marvel really died out with and everybody died, and now you have is Deadpool Marvel?
Yeah, but
he's not part of the MCU
he's not
yet.
part of.
And
That's what he needs to stay apart.
Yes.
He needs to stay apart from.
He's like
Right.
an anti every establishment at this point.
yeah,
And
But this movie is
Deadpool-
supposed to bring him into the MCU.
Yeah,
Right.
I
he's
don't
supposed to-
want that.
this movie.
It's gonna happen.
I don't want that.
It's
I
gonna
don't-
happen.
I don't.
I don't
It
want
doesn't fucking
Well,
matter.
I don't think
Marvel
it'll be-
made a decision.
I don't think-
Their execs are fucking trained individuals.
What is Wolverine gonna do for Deadpool though? That's what I want to know. Like,
So
He hates.
I think-
Deadpool hates. What's his nuts? Who plays Wolverine?
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. He hates Hugh Jackman.
I love. Hugh
Well,
Jackman.
it's just in the comics. In the comics, Wolverine and Deadpool never. I mean, they just have tiffs because Deadpool can't keep his mouth shut.
Because he's an asshole.
Right. Like, for example, like X-Men,
Like this dude.
the movie X-Men Origins with
Yeah, it's terrible.
at the ending it was terrible. But when Ryan Reynolds played Wade Wilson before he became the X, factor, the Deadpool in that movie, when he was Wade Wilson, especially in that elevator scene, that was beautiful. That's the comics.
When we were in Las Vegas, we were going through security at the airport, and they looked at his license, and they said, "Oh my God, you're Wade Wilson." And I said, "Oh my God, you just made his fucking day."
I never made that connection that
Yeah.
your last name's Wilson. And it's wait.
Yep.
I said, "Get
never
us
thought
on the
about that.
fucking plane."
I wish.
But he
I
thinks
wish.
he's fucking Deadpool,
No.
and you just made our day.
My daughter, for one of her graduation gifts from my my parents, her grandparents, obviously, she's big into theater. She did theater all throughout high school, and so we did this murder mystery dinner here in Fort Worth, and we had to all put fake names on our name tags. And what name did I choose? But
Wade
Wade
Wilson.
Wilson. And all these other people, they'd come up because you had to go around and meet people and get information and stuff. And as soon as they saw my name tag, it's like, Deadpool. I'm like, hey, that is awesome that you know that. I give you a lot of props on that shit.
I'm actually off tonight, so if you cannot know.
Interesting conversation I just had with one of my providers, Dr. Shapori.
Oh, it's like provider of what?
No, he
Kevin
Z
Costner.
jobs.
he asked us all the other day what our favorite superhero was, and he chose Batman, and I said I chose Deadpool, and he was like, "But Deadpool is not a superhero," and I was like, "Yes, he fucking is."
Yes, he
and
is.
let me explain why.
Super penis.
But he wanted us to rank all the Batman movies in order of what we thought was the best ones. And I was like, you can't do that. Like,
That'd be
there's
tough.
too many.
That ain't me.
That'd be
I
tough.
promise. Is it Kevin Costner?
No caller ID.
I want you give her your number out. Oh, it's probably fucking Alex.
Hello. Hello?
What the fuck
What
was
was
that?
that? That was weird.
That wasn't Alex.
No. That was somebody
Anyway,
yelling at somebody.
So rank your Batman movies.
Hmm.
Can you even do that? Like,
I'm sure he can.
I need more beer.
For me,
of course you do.
I'm out of beer.
you need to go get more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you need to go get more?
No, I got all my shit in here.
No.
I prepared.
He's got a bottle of.
Got a bottle of whiskey.
Jesus.
A bottle of whiskey.
Do you understand what you
Did
just
you-
asked him?
Yes.
To rank his bet? Like, I'm surprised the table didn't rise up.
Oh, it did.
When you
over
asked,
there.
he was like,
Best show ever.
Apparently, it's a serious question.
not to
So-
normal people.
The table's too tall for him to
Actual
lift
solo Batman films. I mean, I don't know if I can really rank them all. I mean, Batman and Robin with George Clooney is probably the worst. I like it just because.
No, that one sucked, baby.
It just-
sucked.
It's
It was
rough.
very satirical.
It's very rough.
And I liked it just because I was a kid when it came out. I didn't know anything about movies, but now going back and watching, I'm like, oh my, the Iceman cometh.
Yeah.
And it's just,
Everybody.
yeah.
Ter-
All right, everyone, chill.
Terrible.
Yes, chill.
That's
yes.
the one that
Yeah.
Arnold Schwarzenegger was
And
in.
what's her
Yes.
face is Poison Ivy.
Yeah,
and
Uma
Bane
Thurman.
is- yeah, Bane is crazy and
just some dude.
yeah.
That was terrible.
Yeah, I would put that one at the very.
That's probably the worst one for me.
I mean, I would probably even go back and watch the 1978, 79 movie.
64 or
Was it 64?
Adam
I thought
Wester.
it was in 70s.
The movie was in the 60s. I'm
Okay.
sure,
We
but
don't have to go back that far.
But I think
but
that
like,
one's
and
even
then
better.
towards the top would be The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Was really fucking good. I really like Dark Knight Rises.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't.
Is that
but
with Heath Ledger?
no, that was The Dark Knight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dark Knight Rises with the Tom Hardy Bane one.
Oh, Tom Hardy Bane.
I really liked
Yes.
it.
It was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is
You
it?
merely adapted to the dark. I was born and molded by it. I didn't see the light of day till I was almost a man, and by
Okay,
then it was
that's-
only blinding.
Bane just looked like he had asthma.
That's
Yeah,
That was it.
It's
it
not-
was kind of odd, but I
not
still enjoyed
necessary
it.
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
go through the details.
Yes, it is. You don't know Batman. And then the Batman with Robert Pattinson, I actually really like that one.
Oh my God, that was pathetic.
Oh no, it was not.
good.
Robert Pattinson is not Batman.
Get your name right first before you put it in your mouth.
Robert Pattinson is not Batman.
For one, you have to recognize that she's speaking with an English accent. Like
So
I said
stage
before.
2. Okay.
She goes to
We're
Irish,
creeping.
it's over.
Yeah.
We're
We're
creeping
shut
up there.
this shit down.
Well,
You need to understand
Scottish.
is
Well, okay, laddie, you go take it to the things and stuff. So you stick 'em out.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. Go fuck your hosers. And that movie really took it more back towards the detective part, and I love that.
That's fine,
And
but
it was just cool. Like I liked it. I think he did a good job.
he did fine, but he wasn't like
He's not.
convincing.
Eh.
Can we bring it back to reality?
Yeah, let's get back to Deadpool.
Like Michael Keaton was a better
Deadpool.
Michael Keaton was a better Batman than Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, 100%. I think Michael
Yeah.
Keaton was probably my
Batman-
favorite Batman.
He was. I don't know.
Oh
Don't
no,
you
you're not a
Don't you think?
Oh yeah. I think Michael
What?
Keaton was the best.
Michael
Well,
Keaton
you're
was
not
the best.
you're not like a,
Yeah, you
a
don't-
expert
I
on
wouldn't.
the on it.
Yeah.
You're not
Listen,
even the
How
same-
many Batman masks do you own? How many times have you dressed as
Michael
Batman?
Michael Keaton definitely was the best Batman in my
you,
opinion,
baby.
because he was kind of like Deadpool in a certain extent. Like he didn't like think.
Well,
too
he
much
was like
of
the
himself.
pioneer.
Like
Like-
who was Bane, or who was the one that in the recent Batmans?
Robert Pattinson.
No, who was the
Ben
Batman?
Affleck?
Ben
No,
Affleck.
no, and
Christian
before-
Bale.
Bale.
Oh, Bale.
Yeah.
Bale was too like
Christian Bale was a very good Batman.
he was
He
too
was good.
He was,
He
too
was
full.
too dark.
but
I didn't like how he
Batman
changed his
was
voice,
too,
but
too full of himself. Michael
It was
Keaton
too dark.
Michael Keaton was more of a, and that was with Jack Nicholson and with
Yes,
being,
Michael Keaton was a very nice Batman, and he was very.
he was
People loved
Nice
him.
doesn't capture bad guys, Andy.
That's not what we're talking about.
it's a fake world, Jared.
To you,
It's
Andy.
hard. It's hard for me to split the. I really like the very first Batman with Keaton, and then I also like the Dark Knight. They are so close in comparison, just because
But
I
one's
grew
darker.
up. Oh yeah, oh for sure. And I don't like how Bell changed Batman's voice when he was Batman. I mean,
It was
didn't
kind of
like that.
annoying,
but it didn't ruin it.
I'm Batman.
Who's the comedian that does Batman that's hilarious?
Oh, Pete Holmes.
Yeah, Pete Holmes.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah. If our
to
our
watch
listeners are wondering, look up Pete Holmes Batman, and it is 100%. It is so funny.
I'm with Jared here. I think that Michael Keaton's version of Batman was very appropriate, and
For the time.
It just sucked down Batman Returns. Batman Returns was not,
That wasn't one of my favorites.
and it's all because of the Penguin. They made the
Penguin.
Penguin horrible.
He was horrible. So was Arnold Schwarzenegger as Iceman.
Oh, for sure.
Or the-
Yeah.
And you had fucking what's his face as the Riddler.
Jim Carrey.
Oh,
Jim Carrey is
no, I
great.
love that.
Like that was too theatrical. That was too gay.
movie
Like
was
Yeah.
I love Jim Carrey
And then
as a
Poison
Riddler.
Ivy all of a sudden comes in. And it's
Well,
like
now those are two different movies, though.
the original.
Riddler's in.
they were all bad
Yes.
at that time. They were all bad at that time.
I liked Batman Forever
Michael Keaton versus
because Val Kilmer I thought was a decent Batman.
Batman.
I'm not hearing anything.
That's fine. Batman.
What do you keep doing to your headphone? Where you're
I hear it now. I don't know.
Batman versus Joker. That's
Yes.
great, and that's what I think with Michael Keaton, that movie, and then you had The Dark Knight,
Yes.
which was what's his nuts versus
Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger,
Christian Bale.
That made the movie. So
Right.
the Joker, by all means, is the lead villain.
Yeah,
he's
he's the-
somebody that you can look at and identify with.
That's why I
fucking Arnold
didn't-
Schwarzenegger walking and be like, I'm an iceberg.
Yeah.
Like that's not fine. And then you have the
the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Yes.
and then you have the penguin that's walking like
Yeah, I'm an orphan.
I'm gonna take care of like that's not believable.
Yeah.
So like they're really the only villain out of the Batman series is definitely going to be the Joker.
And that's why I
he's
never
psychotic.
understood why Tim Burton killed off the Joker. I never understood that. Like
Yeah, because that's I don't know.
having him die, you don't have the Joker die.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do-
the Joker
do
and
we-
Batman.
Do we have to continue to have this conversation then?
Well, no, my balls and my penis have fully gone up inside of me, so I think we can definitely have this conversation. With
I mean,
longer.
there's other.
Good housekeeping. You want to talk about good
And there's a
housekeeping?
lot of superheroes that we can talk about. I mean, we haven't even scratched the surface of superheroes.
What's the fourth question?
We already asked it.
Yeah.
What is it?
You
Your
just
man
haven't.
crush.
You just haven't given us your woman crush.
Yeah.
My woman crush? Sandra Bullock.
Okay.
For
I didn't like her in Gravity because she had a little short haircut. But
no, Sandra
I
Bullock.
didn't like
in-
Gravity, period, because
What was that,
It's just constantly spinning. And
I liked it just because the
Golly.
visuals.
The,
But
the Blind Side.
oh yeah,
Which
did you hear the
actually-
real story
Blindside,
about that?
yeah.
No, hold on. Can I break this down for you real quick?
No, thank
Break
you,
it
sir.
down.
Gonorrhea.
Was that the right button?
Apparently. So
I don't think so.
when now her sister and her brother-in-law live in Memphis, right?
Okay.
And they're right there where the Blind Side happened. So this was years prior. When I said, "Oh, I love the Blind Side," and I would love to, when we went there for our first anniversary. We went there and I was like, "Hey, can we go over to the bad side of town?" They're like, "No," and so that brought up the conversation. That brought up the
Never mind.
conversation. That broued up the conversation. What?
You trying to find you someone to adopt and make a football player? Who wants to be rich?
How good are you at football, son?
Yeah.
Where's all the Negro children?
And we just got canceled again.
It's
Damn
okay.
it.
God.
It's all right. Well, fuck the government. But
Fucking
I
Clintons.
will have my rant. I will have my rant. At the
Oh
end.
my
One of
lord.
these-
But
One of these
no.
days, that Clinton's going to kill me too.
she's killing all other bitches too. But no,
We need to have
we talked a safe word or safe place.
Pork and beans, pork and beans.
But we had talked about The Blind Side or whatever, and her sister and her brother-in-law or whatever was like, they're hated in Memphis, and we're like, well, why is that? They're like, because you don't understand, like that's not how they are. Like they actually are what the movie was trying to portray them as, is just like they're gonna adopt children illegally to get them to play for Memphis or whatever,
Right.
or whatever.
Oh my God, that's not what happened.
Anyways, so all this stuff came out about it, and came out that then the movie was not true, and a lot of things took place on the backside and whatever. So come to find out, yeah, everything that her sister was saying about it was 100% true. That
wow.
it wasn't like what it was in The Blind Side. Like they just pulled up and they're like, "Hey there, big black child, would you like to sit in our back seat and we'll take care of you," or whatever.
I'm Tim McGraw, and this is Sandra Bullock.
I own Taco Bell's and Wendy's. Do you want to sit in, like, that's not what took place. And and now it's all coming to light. And it's sad because he even sat there after the movie came out and he was like, that's not what took place. That's not what it was about. And nobody wanted to pay any attention to him. And then now it's coming out and being like, he's like, yeah, motherfucker, that's not what took place.
I tried
That's
to
what I was
tell you
saying
this back
when the
then.
movie came out.
Right.
So they all hated the family to begin with in Memphis. Nobody gave any credibility to the movie or to the family for what they were saying was taking place.
Wow.
Right?
That's crazy.
So Sandra Bullock?
Yes. But her in that white skirt coming down the fucking bleachers to go yell at the,
I first
at the coach,
start-
I was like,
I first started liking her when I saw Speed. That was the first thing I saw her in.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh.
Do you know she's been an actress since like 1985?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it.
the year I
What was her
born.
first thing? Was she in Andy's baby video? Starring Sandra Bullock. Hi.
She's
He's going to want to fuck me one day.
she's older than I am.
I came out. I'll
I
come
think
in.
she's
1964,
55 now.
so this year she'll be 70, 60.
60. She was born in 64?
Yeah.
Okay.
60 seconds.
What's the
What's the math on that?
I don't care.
what?
I don't
Wait.
care.
If
Sandra,
she's born in 64 and it's 2024, what's the math?
74,
be
84,
60.
94,
60, yeah.
2004, 2004. Yep.
Yeah, 6 and 6 is 12, so 6 I know numbers.
I do math.
I dust the
He's so
smart, Jenny. You love him.
Her
Oh my
first movie was
God.
called Hangman, 1987.
Hangman.
I don't know any of these.
Hangman.
fucking movies.
1987. Oh my God, that was right before.
Love Potion Number 9 is the first movie I recognized. And that
That's
was
a
in
good
92.
movie. Tate Donovan was in that.
Love Potion Number 9. She was in Demolition Man.
That was the first. Yeah, Demolition Man. We watched that a couple
She was
nights
hot
ago.
in that too.
I haven't seen that movie.
Oh, she was hot. Sylvester
Speed.
Stallone? Seriously?
Oh, yeah.
You haven't
she's,
watched that?
She's super hot. Like
Yeah,
sexy.
she had
Like
those-
short hair, fucking tight cop uniform.
And when her.
Oh, yeah, I haven't seen that.
But she's got a hot body. It's tight and
Tight,
like a toy.
tight in all the right places.
right. And
A vaginal cavity.
no, but she's also got the dark hair. Love it.
Down there.
Very short. No.
Oh.
No.
This isn't Pornhub.
No, we're talking about pubes. Sorry. Pube time.
No, I just like the dark
Sandra
hair.
Bullock pube tug? Can I look that up real quick?
Hello, my name
Is that a thing?
Simon
Pube tube.
Pube.
And I want you to
we've got
be
off
my
the rails.
friends.
Oh my gosh.
We've gone off the rails.
Oh,
He said, Simon, I want to talk about this.
Simon what?
Simon.
He said, I know my name is Simon.
You know my name is Simon. I'd
And I
like
want
to
to
do
be-
drawings.
Drawings.
Drawing.
That whole Saturday Night Live skit.
Oh,
Right.
the Mike Myers one in the bathtub.
So funny.
Simon. I don't remember really.
Why are you talking with an accent so much?
Go fuck yourself.
All right.
All right.
That's our
Z
answer.
job yourself.
Guess that's
No
our
Z
answer.
job for you tonight. You have to hum it.
That's growling it.
It's really not fair that he has to go through all of these things and I don't.
What?
What things?
What are you talking about? Please.
Reverse that. That's not what I meant.
Hold on, let me hit the reverse button.
Look at them milk knuckles.
All right. Andy, do you want to do your rant now?
Oh,
Oh, yes. The Andy rant.
I was seriously, I was like, I think it's right on the computer. I put it on there real quick.
I was wondering what you were doing over there. So, yes. Andy's rant.
Andy's rant. And by all means, all of you can join in at any
I
time.
was saying, I might just do that.
Depends on the subject.
Because I agree
Please don't
with a
get us
lot of his
canceled.
rants. As I was mowing the yard, I had my hand in. Yes, that's right.
So let's talk about
Like that
the
skinhead's raising his hand. That can't be good.
And he's got a power tool in his hand. What is happening?
Hammer and nails. Or screwing nails.
Screw nails.
Are you all ready for the potential new civil war?
I've been hearing about it.
I
Yes.
can't wait.
Yes,
I don't know all the details. I'm sure you do. So let's inform.
My guns are
everyone.
ready.
Yeah. Click, click, pow. This is my property, bud.
Oh my God! I hope that the majority of Texas landowners don't sound like Jared by saying "click, click, pow." Let's break it, motherfucker.
You're going on YouTube, motherfucker.
there, buddy.
Oh, the
Click,
HOA
click.
is going to hear about this. Like,
If one of my blades of grass
Oh
hits the
my
sole of your
God.
fucking shoe, you're hitting the ground, pal.
swear to God. Anyways,
Sir.
I-
That's going to be a no from me, dog.
I feel like. Oh my
As you were.
Anyways, but the southern border crisis.
Oh, yeah.
Lord.
Let's go ahead and it's not just going to be a rant, but let's go ahead and just dive into this.
An education highway.
So, Texas holds the biggest border range to Mexico, right? Out of the whole
Mexico.
United States. Okay. So, we own all this and we have gotten zero help from the federal
Zip.
government. Zero.
Zip.
And Kamala Harris wants to sit there and
Oh,
be like,
God.
well, I've never been to Brazil. She wants to be a cunt and
She is a
pretend
cunt.
whatever. And now you have Biden sitting there trying to back her up on some stupid shit. Is this mic on? I feel like
It
you
is.
turned
Oh,
my
it's
mic
on.
off. Okay.
It's on.
Great. So you have this whole border crisis, and then Governor Greg Abbott
Yes.
decided
Professor
to
Best
Tex.
governor out there.
Professor Tex.
100% has been sending immigrants to different
I love
sanctuary
that.
cities
Yes.
saying, hey, you deal with this.
Yes.
And
This is what we have to deal with. so-
exactly, 100%.
Yes.
So it started putting trailers on top of trailers and on top of barbed wire to prevent the Mexicans, and they're not even Mexicans, they're actually Chinese, Africans, like whatever you want to do, whatever you want to say, any nationality, to prevent them from coming into the United States. And many of them have actually had the balls to look at border police and say, you'll find out why I'm here one day, and
Yeah, I
walk
saw
right
that.
past them.
Yeah.
And they're going to do harm to us. Biden doesn't care.
No.
Kamala Harris doesn't care.
No.
None of them fucking care.
Don't give a shit.
But we're having to deal with this firsthand in Texas, okay? Doesn't take long for the fucking rats to go from there to here and up north. But we haven't done anything. So it's gotten to the point to where now Biden, who is a joke, has talked to Abbott and said, hey, stand down. And Abbott said,
fuck you.
Here's 2 fingers to you. I have the right to defend my state against this.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the sad thing is, like, I could probably give a thumbs up to Biden if he were to be like, all right, the U.S. military is going to come in and take it over.
Yeah.
But we don't look at him as a threat whatsoever, just like the rest of the world doesn't.
Yeah.
And we haven't moved. And his soldiers haven't crossed that line because Texas is sitting there being like, shh, fucking, please move.
Right.
Because we're not afraid. We're not afraid of it. We're tired of it. We're tired of all of this. So if Texas has the opportunity to say, fuck the United States, we're going to secede and make our own country, I'll be on board for that.
That'd be great.
I love America, and I love the Star Spangled Banner, and I love all of that.
It's a banger.
It would be, definitely a detriment, but you have to stand on something. And in this day and age, there is no truth. Your truth is based off of your perception. I mean, you could sit there and even the world is round is up for debate. Like, there is no truth. There is no right and wrong, whatever. It's based off of your perception or how you feel about something. And I think the majority of Americans are tired of that. I think the majority of Texans are tired of that because we're having to deal with this. Oh, yeah, it's great immigration, whatever.
People just say it and automatically it's not true.
Yeah, because they want to sound good.
Right.
They want to be on the right side. But it is so ridiculous because when it comes down to it, okay, you want illegal immigration. Let them live in your house. No.
Well, yeah.
No, I can't do that. Like, send them to a government, whatever. No. Okay, well, if you want to send them, give us $2,000 so we can. Well, no, I don't want to do that either. Like, it has gotten to the point to where it's like one side versus the other, and we're ready to go. Like, let's fucking go to blows. Let's get some guns. What is that music?
Yes.
Keep ranting, Andy.
Keep going.
If only Ryan Reynolds was singing this, shirtless, with an eagle on his back. But I thank you for allowing me to do one last Andy rant.
Yes.
And it doesn't be the last.
No. Yeah.
But it's time. It really is. It is really time for Americans to be tired of this shit. And it's not
Exactly.
about voting people in, but really like just fucking taking over your land and fucking killing whoever comes across.
I think it's fucking funny. That was spot on. I was like, what can I start playing? Just like slowly creeping.
Yeah. I heard some. At first, I thought it was some Hispanic music. At first, I was like, what are
We've all been in
Selena.
school.
Yeah.
We've all been in school to where at the beginning of the day, you stood up out of your chair, put your hand over your heart, and said the Pledge of Allegiance.
Right.
And nowadays, nobody fucking knows the Pledge of Allegiance.
No.
There's a reason for that. There's a reason because they want people to break down the United States and then be so flabbergasted on what we stand for and then look at and be like, well, we're racist and blah, blah, blah. It's like, do you know history?
Right.
Do you know how many countries have
Just so
had
you know
slavery
what
for
you just
so
played.
long?
Oh, yeah.
And don't even care about children or whatever. Like,
Shut up,
China, for example, where we get all of our clothing and all this other stuff,
That song.
have child slavery
Mm-hmm.
and are
Huge
still
part.
into it, but you still want to get TikTok and have the clothes and the shoes and everything like that. It's like, well, it doesn't bother me.
Right.
Well, then fucking come on down to the fucking cells and we'll get you into it too.
Right. Let's let him keep talking. Hey, I say preach, brother. I am totally with that. We need to wake up. I'm tired of seeing all this shit of one person comes out and says one thing, and then everybody has to deal with it. You know, everybody's like, oh, yeah, we got to be sensitive to that person. It's one fucking person that thinks like that. Fuck them.
Well, like
The fuck?
I thought I pushed pause, but
I mean, this is a good song, but
in
the desert, no name.
you can't remember your
well,
name.
like the trans movement and all this other
Right.
shit. It's like, really, like
Right.
what percentage do they make up? And all it is to give division.
Right.
And it's to make you feel righteous. It's to make you feel like you're justified because you're on this side. And it's like, well, can you answer me why you feel you're no?
No.
Yeah,
they
I
have,
don't
they
have
have
any
nothing.
answers.
Yeah.
But I have
They
to be on
nothing.
this side because it's like it's just like Black Lives Matters. You have a white person sitting there being like, Black Lives Matter. Do white lives matter? Well, yeah, but they've just been, they've always mattered and blah blah blah. And it's like, okay, well, like
Why can't you just say all
why-
lives matter?
Why is it just Black lives? And why aren't Black Lives Matters being in the inner cities to where they're killing each other
Right.
and trying to actually bring peace and holding fathers accountable for leaving their families and stuff like that? Well, because it's all political. It's just
Right.
it's just to divide people because if you're divided, it's easier to conquer you. And they don't like Texas. They don't like Florida because all those people are sitting there being like,
Elian Gonzalez.
and
I just remember that name.
well, if you look at Dave Chappelle, the racial draft,
Yeah.
the Mexicans or
Oh,
the
yeah.
Hispanics claimed him before the white people can claim him or whatever. But it's a weird, but also like a very profound time that we live in.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, Rome only lasted for 200 years.
Really?
And we're less than that. I mean, 1776. 1886, 19. Oh, okay, so we're just over that.
250, almost 50 years.
But all the stuff that we're seeing right now, a lot of that was implemented before the fall of Rome, and the division and the choose sides and all the misrepresentation of how the majority of people feel. Like the majority of people feel, if you're a dude, you go in the guy's bathroom. If you're a girl, you go in the girl's bathroom. There is no, hey, I feel like I'm like this.
Yeah.
But they want to make it 100% because they want people to fight over something that's not taking place
Right.
Yep.
because they want division. And that's
And
all
then
I'm
they
saying.
can get
is-
away with shit, and then we don't notice. 'Cause
Exactly, because they want to throw up these stupid social
Distraction.
laws and these social things, whether it be on Fox or CNN or whatever. They're all working together for the same good of causing division. And once they accomplish that, then they have the world divided, and either it causes war to where one side wins, and even if that one side wins, it really loses because the powers that be. But they want that division because a house divided.
Yeah, they want that. They want us all to be fighting at each other, and
yeah.
you know,
Hey, how do you feel about transgender?
Oh,
I
Lord.
don't know. I just how are you?
right,
How are you as a person?
right,
How was your day?
You do you, but just
and
don't
that's
throw it.
and
you
that's
know,
it. You do you. Why all
But
of a sudden
no, you
does
have to
everybody
agree. You have to agree with
distraction.
absolutely everything that I
Right.
agree with. And if you don't, then you're a heretic. You're a Democrat. You're left. You're right. You're whatever.
Right.
How do you feel about, instead of being like, "Hey, how's your day going?" It's, "Hey, how
It's
do you
just-
feel about How do you feel about transgender?" I don't agree with it. Well, I hate you 100% because
Exactly, 'cause
I'm not
you
willing
don't-
to sit here and go back and forth. There was
Yeah,
that.
I can't have this debate with you.
No, there's no debate.
No.
There's no discussion. There's no.
They won't.
They won't
Because they won't. They're just,
because they have no facts. They have
Right.
nothing. It's based off of feeling.
yeah.
And it
They make it fact in their head, and that's
because
it.
that's based off their feeling. It's the trophy kids.
Yeah.
That you got a
Participation trophy.
participation trophy generation. It's like, oh well, I showed up so I can get a trophy. It's like
I'm trying to find the guy. Who's the guy that like debates this a lot?
it's a white guy. Ben,
yeah.
Ben Shapiro.
No, Ben Shapiro is
think-
one of them. Ben Shapiro is one of them.
He debates a lot of stuff. But
There's one thing that Ben. I'm pretty sure this is the guy. Yeah. There's a video that he has where he just nailed the whole racism thing. It was perfect. I mean, they were coming at him as all this stuff, and he had a great debate on it. And I wish I could find it, but if I can find it, I'll play it. But it's just, but that's just it. People come at him or come at anybody. It's like, well, I'm going to identify myself as a man. You know, it's like, but you're a female. Well, no, I identify myself as a man. Well, okay, that's fine if you want to do that in your head and in your house and in your own time, but don't come out here and do it to us. We don't need to be in your fantasy world. You know, that's your fantasy world. You know, so
Your
go
rights,
there.
Your rights end where my rights begin.
Right.
So yeah, you might identify yourself as a female, and that's great, good for you.
Right.
But when you walk into a female or a female bathroom where my daughter is, there's a mental health issue that we're dealing with America, because we have given so much latitude to people by allowing them to give an excuse for their actions. Right. It has nothing to do about, hey, you killed this person.
Right.
Well, I killed this person because I felt this way.
More than that of black families.
Here, let me
Given this disparity, how can you argue that racism
yes.
I love this.
Yes,
is not
I love this
a
too.
driving factor
That's
in
Ben Shapiro.
income inequality?
Because it has nothing to do with race and everything to do with culture. And when you have a culture
And look,
that doesn't,
look how they react.
and when,
But how he says it.
you know what?
Because
Explain
they
to
play
me.
victims.
You explain to me why black kids aren't graduating high school. Explain that one to me. Explain to me why black kids are shooting each other in rates significantly higher than whites are shooting each other. Explain to me why 13% of the population is responsible for 50% of the murder. Explain to me why the number of black kids in prison, not for innocent reasons, not for walking down the street and getting pulled into a prison, is so high. Explain, if it has nothing to do with culture, explain to me why the single motherhood rate in the black community jumped from 20% to 70% in the same course of time that the civil rights movement has made such tremendous strides. Is America more racist now than it was in 1960? And if it is, please explain to me how that happened.
Yeah. Like, how are we more racist now?
Well, and the crazy thing is, like, I've talked with one of my representatives for one of our vendors or whatever,
Right.
and he's black, and I talked to him, and I was like, you know, what are you doing? Like, who are you going to vote for? And he automatically is going to go Democrat because they're black,
Right.
And it's like, do you know the history of your party?
Right.
Do you know that they are the ones that were the ones wanting slavery,
Right.
but they turned it on you, and it's just like, no, I'm black, I have to vote Democrat, and blah blah blah. It's like, get the information. Like, we have all this information held in our phones,
Right.
But you're not wanting to research any of it because, hey, my mom voted Democrat, my grandpa voted Democrat. Like,
I have to stay with it.
I have to stay with it. And for the president,
the Democrat Party has changed so
to
much.
for the president to actually come out and tell somebody, if you're black, or I'm sorry, if you're wondering to vote for me or Trump and you're black, you ain't black.
Right.
It's like,
What?
how is that not a slave master sitting there telling you
Right.
you're going to do whatever I tell you to do?
Right.
Like, how do you not make that correlation? Like, that you have all this information presented to you. Why are you being like, vote for the person that you see? Like, yeah, he's not articulate. Yeah, he causes a lot of controversy. But what are the bills? Are you better or worse
Right.
after him? Not saying to vote for him, but to actually like look at the
Especially now. Look at the last 4 years with this motherfucker and look at the 4 years with Trump.
But-
and tell
but-
me you're not better
But
than Trump.
but if you're wondering who to vote for, you ain't black. Like,
Right.
if somebody were to look at me like, hey, if you're wondering who you're going to vote for, you ain't white, I'd be like, hold on,
Yeah.
who?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter my race.
Exactly.
Like, I don't care if I'm voting white, black, Hispanic, whatever. What do you have for me?
Right.
And it's very sad to see like how things are taking place and not second guessing, wondering if our free election is really free.
Yeah.
But also seeing Greg Abbott sitting there in his wheelchair and being like, shh, shh.
Yeah.
Like,
Fuck you, Biden.
Fuck you, Biden. Come on down. Let's see what you got.
He's
Like,
such a great governor.
but the great thing, the great thing is that there will never be an army personnel soldier draw a gun and kill another American soldier
Right.
at all,
Right.
because they know what's going on.
Right.
Yeah, you might have the National Guard standing there, but when they're looking at the Texas National Guard and
Right.
they know what's going on, sorry,
No.
you're not going to win that battle.
Right.
If anything, the battle that's going to be won is they're going to turn around and go to Washington, and they're going to take you out of the White House, and they're going to put a bullet in your head, and you won't even know because you'll be eating ice cream, and that's great, chocolate ice cream.
Maybe
Yeah, and Kamala will be like, huh. It's great because it's great. The border is the border because it's on the other side.
Yeah, it's the border.
She's a fucking cunt. But, I mean, I hope Pennsylvania listens to us again.
Virginia.
Be nice.
Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania. Yeah. That's where the
Virginia.
That's where we
That
lost
was
the.
Virginia.
Arlington, Virginia.
Is it Arlington, Virginia? But it's been great.
Before you speak, you should know.
Can we turn her mic off this time? No. All right. We have anything else?
That's it.
Wow.
Thank
All
you so
right.
much for having us over. I appreciate
Absolutely.
it.
Been a hell of an
3
episode.
hours. Nice.
Is it really?
Yes.
2:46. So
Close.
I figured it'd be a good one,
Yeah.
long one. So
You guys
All
are
right.
going to come back on, right?
Absolutely.
Andy will. I don't know if Linda will, but
I will.
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about.
yeah,
So many Marvel movies.
Yes.
exactly. Nerd.
They're
We
time.
haven't
shitting
even
them
touched
out.
the surface of all the heroes and villains out there in the world.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, thanks for listening. I don't even know if you're listening anymore. So
Sure they are.
bye,
Lots.
bye, everyone.
Peace.
Lots of people listen.